6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
What is going on? What could be better than watching me watch Corey and MC? I think it's what everyone strives to do in their day. But since I'm going to watch it, why not watch it with you? It should be starting here any moment. You may actually want to have, I'm going to actually do this too. You may want to have it up their stream to be on it just in case. I know you can win a prize. I never do, but hopefully you have better luck than me. So I'm going to be in there. And you should too. Just go ahead and I'll actually put the link in here for you. What's up, Jorge? Good to see you, man. How you doing? Yeah, May 4th. Let's freaking go. I can't wait. I don't know how much they're actually going to tell us about Star Wars. We should be getting some articles soon. But there you go. That's there. So I would just go over there and just say something throughout the stream. We'll listen to this and see what happens. Hopefully we'll have a few people show up. But yeah, let me know what you guys and gals are thinking about today. There's their link. So yeah, definitely have both up. That way, if there's a prize, you can get that. Hit that like button if you don't mind, would appreciate it. And like I said, this should start any second. I'll have to adjust this in the TV. I might just take the frame off if it becomes a pain in the ass, but we'll see. But this should be starting. MC said this morning, some updates, some Star Wars stuff. So I'm just excited to see what's up. And look who we've got here. We've got Crip Tony. What's going on? One of my first members. I have memberships up. I'm going to try not to say that too much, but maybe today I will. Anyways, Crip Tony, good to see you. Cabbage Club. If you didn't see his tweet, go check it out. I retweeted it out. And if you put your cabbage in there, if you put your moonflower, you potentially could win some money on your Cash App. So check that out. I threw mine in there. I'm not going to go for it, but definitely get it in there. It's free. And if you have a moonflower, why not? What's up, Bitcoin BMW? Hope you're doing well. Glad to see you. Let's see what we're going to get here. I'm sure this won't be boring at all. Watching me watch them. But yeah, I don't know. We'll see how it goes. Did everyone here? I don't know who's here because I only see a few people actually commenting. Maybe you saw my segment, the Blow Me segment this morning. I hope you liked it. It's going to be more of it, more stuff from my childhood that will confuse the hell out of you and make me feel, oldish AF. Good to see Bitcoin BMW. Any moment now. Let's see what they're saying. A few people in chat. I'm going to get a couple windows open here just so I can see what's going on. But definitely have their stream up. That way you can get the points also if they give away something. All right, now I've got this set up. I think I can do, actually, I'll do it right here. This will be easier. I got so many windows open. Hopefully this is going to work out. Let me know what you're thinking though. And if you can't hear them or anything, let me know that too. Let's do it. Tommy, who's excited? Are you excited? I feel like we're all going to be winners today when this is over. All right, here we go. Oh man, this might be better if it's muted. All right, here we go.
I love it, Corey. How you doing today?
Good. I'm excited to be on here and chat, get to see what's going on with folks who are watching. How
They're
are you
so
doing, bud?
lying.
Oh,
They're
I'm
not
doing
excited.
fantastic. It's Thursday the 24th. It's episode 21.
I see
of
you
Corey
cheating on me,
Gets
Jorge.
Live,
I see
and
you're in
thank
there
you so
too. I'm
much,
just
everybody,
kidding.
for
Make
joining
sure
us
you
again.
get in there.
We have an absolutely huge show today with tons to cover, so we're going to get into it really quickly here.
I hope they can
But
hear that.
I just
Let me
wanted
know
to
if you
give a
can.
shout out once again to OMW and Josh, our mods in the
Thanks,
chat. Thank you so much, guys. Every week they're in here helping out, having a great time with you guys, and also doing the giveaways. So if you're in the crowd and you're having fun and you're chatting and you're like making comments and stuff, 2 of you will win a random giveaway today, and you guys will be contacted. And it's been a lot of fun. And
Never happened.
thanks so much to you guys. But Corey, I know you were just saying to me, you're burning some of the midnight oil. Are we not working on a ton of stuff right now, or what?
Yeah, there's a lot going on. It's all good though.
All right.
Like really, obviously we've got Star Wars month coming and a bunch of different features releasing. So yeah, my team has been super busy trying to make sure that we get everything
My team's been
packaged
super
that's
busy
important
too.
to all of you watching, so you know what the heck's going on. But yeah, it's a good time to be busy, and it's good stuff to be busy on. So awesome.
Yeah, for sure. Speaking of busy, the Real Uncommon Podcast Media Group is here, and they're busy doing crazy content all across all week, every week. Hey guys, how you doing? And of course, there's D is there as well, and we got everybody in the house. We got Phil is here. We got Informant, who was live this morning covering our comic drop. Which is cool. Thanks for showing up today too as well. We got tons of people here. VP Walls in the house. So many people. Thanks so much, everybody, for coming out today. We're going to get right into this because we have, like I said, a lot to cover today.
Let's do it.
Man, we had such exciting stuff was announced last week, and we can't tell you everything, but we might get into a few things. So let's get right into this right now.
All that matters.
There we go. We got the VV Feed contest once again.
Look at that.
Every week
Cosmic
we've
Disarray.
been doing this, and it's been a ton of fun. Thank you so much to everybody who is contributing and making really cool artwork and putting in the VV feed. And thanks so much to our internal mods as well, who are just, scouring the VV feed, grabbing random people's awesome images. And of course, we have another 12 selected as well, right on the X page. And you can go vote now. And 2 of the voters are going to win. And 2 of the top picks are going to win as well, if you, decide who you like. But make sure that you celebrate everybody. That's the whole point of this is that we want everybody's names on there so you can actually see who's doing things, and we want to celebrate everybody. And you can just pick your favorites.
Looks like
It's
shit.
a fun competition.
All right, hold
That's
on.
what
Let me
it is.
take this off.
Corey, there's some good ones again.
For a split second, I thought that chick cow Tom was an actual house for like a millisecond, and I was like, oh, okay, it's the up house. It's so cool.
Like who lives there, right? Like, yeah, it looks so real in that photo. That's actually a really good one.
That's really good. Yeah.
I love that one right there. You can see if you go onto our expos, you can see up close everybody.
What's up,
I'm putting them
Good to see you, man.
for this week because we have so much.
Oh yeah,
to cover,
I forgot about
that's the up house. And then look, Uliette has got the biker scout, which is we got Star Wars coming up here.
Nice.
We're gonna talk about that later, everybody. Don't you worry.
Let's see if
Who
I
wants
don't get myself in
Chewbacca?
trouble, right?
Oh yeah, you might. Yeah. And we no spoilers today.
Oh
just,
man, we
we'll
need
see what
spoilers.
happens. But yeah, that's a really great little biker scout right there. Nice. And then Cosmic Disarray right here, of course, with the new Wilson right there, we like to call him from the movie. Did anyone go back and watch Castaway because of this? I know I was really tempted.
No, but I should. Let's do it. Let's do
Castaway
right now.
You didn't carve out some time from your busy schedule?
I always remember the scene where he knocks his own tooth out, but that's like the scene that always sticks with me because I just imagine how bad that would be to have to remove your own.
I do it all.
I can't even. Yeah, but I guess when you get to that point, you gotta have to. Look, Kid Arcade's in the house. How you doing, Kid Arcade? Great to see you today. Thanks for coming out. Great content as always, for sure. Ed Og is right there with a nice kingpin, and look, he's really got the Daredevil in his grasp right there. So I actually watched that series. The second, I think it's the second season, right?
No spoilers. I haven't got to
Make
watch
sure
it
leaving comments in there
I
just so you can actually win something.
I'm watching Andor though. I haven't seen the 3rd episode, but I've watched the first 2 episodes of Andor, so that's pretty fun. Let's scroll down and do some more. We got D-Lo 305. Look at that awesome. Look at just so much going on right here with the posters and that's a really beautiful one right there. Look at that. If you guys see it, just lean in close like we are, and you'll be able to see it a little bit better. And then 8 and 9 right there with the Stargate, and look who's coming through with the 2 Veve hearts in his hand. That is hilarious right there. We got minted drop right here, a nice one as well. And that's the what's that that collectible called right there? That's the one where you're I always forget the name of that one, but it's the one where you're like
made self-made.
There you go.
It's self-made, right? Yeah, that one's so cool. People love that one a lot.
That's one of Dan's favorite collectibles on the platform.
That's
why it's always in all of his. Anytime he's showing off his Veveverse space, he usually has that huge, like as a centerpiece.
Miss
Actually, that's
Gecko,
true.
good to see you.
I noticed that.
By the way, thank you.
Dan was just on with the
becoming a member.
Sorry, with the builder.
I kind of feel bad for you. You got
the very cool. And then Fanch right here has got look at all the stuff going on in here. Tons.
Even I have that.
Look at the little ticket in the mouth of the golden is it golden kaiju or
even I have the
kaiju. Yeah, that's what you call it right there, right in the mouth.
That's your special gift.
Here, got the little all the
gold.
Exactly. Then we got NTTX. Look at this amazing collage right here.
You'll find this very boring. There you go. You got the cabbage.
You gotta love that for sure. Chombo Fett always coming in with the heat. Look at this one right
he's
here.
Gonna
we got
win.
The Stormtroopers protecting.
He's always there.
And it looks like a Blackpink concert going on there, which is pretty awesome. The creativity is just amazing.
I'm just saying that, they would get bodied by that audience. There's some pretty tough audience members in there.
He's got the cabbage.
I've not seen Stormtroopers perform to a level where I would trust them for that sort of high-level K-pop security.
This will be the most boring time we have all day.
I love it, Chombo Fett, but suspending my disbelief is hard. It's hard.
He really does.
He might have to upgrade security to elite troopers.
Yeah, that would be handy.
I can't believe the stuff you're doing,
right? Jeffro 73 with an awesome little
Veveverse stuff.
Lightsabers going on
really
here.
good stuff.
Star Wars posters in the background. Everyone's chopping it up. You gotta love that
lighting display in the history of Evolves.
I can turn mine down.
There, right? You got to be careful with those lights.
Let me know if everyone can.
And then
Garnet has no kids.
What's that? Yeah,
clearly has no kids.
Yeah, safety factor is at.
I should probably do this.
Garnet 21.
Majid
right
would enter as soon as I did, and then he'd win.
Right there, with tons of Batman right there, and of course the famous bat signal, which is one of my favorites on the platform as well. Of course. Call back to our good friend, of course, Silicon right there, who helped conceive that drop, put the numbers together.
We're just all excited that Kryptoni and I are going to get this cabbage club going.
Right there.
He already has utility.
So awesome.
So if you have one.
So everybody, make sure you go and vote on our X page and have some fun and share the ones that you're favorites.
Definitely going to want to
vote for one that you think might be the best, but also share the other ones that you like as well. Spread it around. We're just trying to make sure that everybody gets.
Yeah. So if anyone actually has the cabbage, the moonflower, go here.
Their awesome fun.
Make sure.
Right? Now, I wanted to also shout out because you mentioned
what you
Dan
have
as well with one of his favorite collectibles.
You'll get
if you go to the Collector's Hub, which with the host Main Z, of course,
good utility there. I think
they did an amazing job in the Builders Assemble episode 10 yesterday, which we supported, and it was with a special interview with.
I still got to go back and finish it
because
I got sidetracked by this scammers.
This David Yu interview. Let's scroll down to his Dan right here interview. This is the one we want right here. Co-founder Dan Carruthers was there, and he had an amazing conversation talking about the Veveverse.
I've got Dan next week. I'll be on with Dan on
Digital
Wednesday.
Came up. You had a bunch of other people come up and ask questions and all sorts of cool stuff. It was actually an amazing interview. Did you get a chance to?
And Gex and
I know
everyone.
That's just
I don't know if he
mentioned it in that interview, but we'll be releasing
will be on tonight. The Collector's Hub
app
really good
video here either at the end of this week or early next week. Dan and I have already recorded that, and that's just going to give you all some information on where we are with the Veveverse mobile app. And all that good stuff.
Yeah,
that's great to know. See, there you go, guys. Stay tuned for that. That's going to be super exciting. They did talk about the mobile app in there. They actually talked about a ton of different things. It's well worth a listen. It's recorded. You can go in there.
They got to come up with all new questions.
It's a great conversation. And a big shout out to Mainzy and the Builders Assemble and the Collectors Hub and everybody that participated in putting that together. It's just great info for the community, and we love it. So Let's move on to the next one. We had another, and I'm not sure if a lot of people saw
Ronnie,
this
good
one,
to see you,
but we
man.
posted it out. But Crypto News,
I saw your
if you go
graffiti.
to cryptonews.com right here. We also retweeted
I
this
appreciate
as well.
it, man.
Mr.
Good to
Ben
have you
Rose
drop by.
has a full interview on this
I saw
website
this
right here,
interview
Crypto News,
with Ben.
and it is a really great
How dare
interview.
he not do that
Chock a
interview
block
with me?
full of all sorts of stuff about VV, and it's getting a lot of attention, which is great. This came actually out on the 18th. So make sure you check out that article right there. You can read all about it, and they cover all sorts of stuff, which is really great. And it's really cool.
If you haven't yet, hit that like,
Corey, these kind of like
do some of those
interviews
stupid
going outside the community and
emojis.
kind of spreading around. I know that the team internally
I love it.
is like working hard on getting the word out, amongst like on all sorts of places like media outlets and stuff. So this is a really good article right here. You can see actually if you scroll down, it goes quite far. You get into a lot of different stuff about VV, about our future, about our past. There's you right there.
There's Corey.
You're in the video.
I saw that. I saw this comment from O'Malley.
Really? I went
Said the mobile app video would drop today on this show.
Not finished? It looked pretty good to me.
No,
I don't know what finished.
As the head of content, he should have consulted with me first.
And I'm looking
but
yellow.
if all goes well, we should have it by end of week. I don't know if we'll have it just today, but mark your calendars for that.
We'll see what happens with that. And by the way, with O'Malley right there, I know tomorrow we're going to talk about this in a little bit because we're going to talk about the Stacker announcement. If you're just joining us, we're going to talk about the Star Wars.
What does everyone
stuff.
think
We're
about
gonna
the
talk
Stacker
about
announcement? I'm
the,
kind of
as much as we can talk about. The
I don't know how much I'm going to
challenge
actually
features,
use it,
of
and I'm
course,
kind
the
of
comic
excited. I
sets.
think it's
all that stuff, you guys.
cool.
But I know that O'Malley is going to be hosting a space tomorrow with our community manager of Acomi, Foster. And they're going to be talking about Stacker and that whole announcement. And that's going to be tomorrow. So we'll cover some of it today in the blog, but that's where you're going to want to go tomorrow for all the info. That'll be all posted out. O'Malley, let us know when that post is ready, and we'll make sure that it gets.
I think he already put it out
because that's going to be an important one. But check this out right here. You can see that this is a great article by Ben. You can check it out. It's on our X page. And just go to
including music.
For the full thing.
No,
let's get into this. We got a level 100.
You can hear little things that nobody else.
We got two actually that we made announcements on. I know.
Congrats. That's wild.
Yeah, it's never going to happen.
Awesome. It's Charles right here, Charles Delgado, one of our favorite and best, and one of the most coolest guys you ever met.
For sure.
Big congrats right there. So if you saw this post, make sure you interact with it. Give him a congrats. It's such an achievement to reach level 100. And there is a little David Yu thing that happened as a result of this too, which you guys are going to be excited about. But I'll show you. A post. Did you see his post, Corey?
Did he post? Is it all the
all the
with the placards?
There's a little teaser.
Okay, cool.
He's been working hard in the background. Yeah.
Nice.
So that's the first one right there. So make sure you interact with that. That's on our X page, and of course on their own profile as well. You can always follow. Yeah. And then of course we also have VV NFT Comics also hit the.
I'm about to hit level 48,
level 100 mark. Another celebratory post. Yeah.
I wonder how many comics VV NFT Comics has. I've got a feeling it's probably a lot.
Probably a decent amount.
Yeah,
so that's really
even
great.
now,
so both of them really. So make sure you share the love there, and we really appreciate, of course, anyone who's
about 1,100.
There's the groups on Discord. There's some private groups.
I pay about $1 a point,
but we are working on some stuff behind the scenes. And right here, David,
points a day.
As a result of that, posted just a little.
I already have.
Now, if you don't know, if you weren't at New York Comic Con, you may not have seen these beautiful level 100 redemption rewards apps. They're all what do you call unique to each person, so they're customized. They're absolutely amazing. If you actually go back to our posts of people getting them at the event, that was amazing. But you can see that he's working on it. He says right here, check it out. Congrats! I'm currently reviewing the next batch of level 100 trophies in production. So
yeah, make sure you're on there commenting too. I said this
bomb-proof cases, bulletproof, radiation-proof, CBR tested, post-apocalyptic, level 100 carrying cases. The cases.
I totally want one of those. Maybe I just need to
it is really nice.
Go to one of the events and punch somebody in the face and run off with it. Does that count? And does that get me the digital
revealed? And some people who
I'm asking for a friend.
Yeah, and the ones that they're supposed to be sent out to people. So just stay tuned on that. I know in Discord they're trying to communicate. There's Mr. MC1 in the house who is so critical and so involved with like helping out with the level 100s. Thank you so much for everything you do for
I'll never know what that's like
for the community. So if you have questions there, make sure you just let us know in the VV team, and we'll get you going and make sure that those level 100s get those. But that's just a little thing I wanted to show you guys because that's pretty exciting. Moving on to the next thing right here. Now, You may have seen the post that we just put out, everybody, about the London Comic-Con. Now, you did see the announcement last week that we unfortunately put out that we're not able to attend. And we got a lot of community reaction.
I'm going to
that,
show
and
up.
believe me, the
Doesn't
team
that
is
make
fully
you
listening
excited?
and fully
Who wouldn't want to see
taking
this
all of
crap?
that in. And of course, we want to be there. You can see the post right here that we put out. So, but we did put another post out today. And we won't be there officially, as we've said right there. But if you actually go to the new post that we put out, check this out. I want to read this for everybody so you can see. I'll zoom in right here.
Can everyone hear?
It's
Okay?
already starting to get some
Not
reaction. This got put out just before our live stream. So if you bear with me, Corey, for a second, I'll just read this out to everybody.
Do your thing, bud.
Yeah, for sure. Hey, VV fam, we want to take a moment to sincerely thank every one of you who had plans. Believe me, we're well aware of everyone's plans for sure. Or just excited around the MCM Comic-Con. We know how much these events mean, and not just for collecting, but for connecting. For many of our community, it's an opportunity to meet in person after years of building friendships online. Corey, I mean, we know what that's all about. We attend the events and work them, and they're very special. And of course, Vivi wants to be at every one of them if they can. While Vivi won't have an official presence at MCM this year, we're excited to share some good news. Vivi co-founder and CEO David Yu will be traveling to the UK at the end of May.
Pretty
He's
cool.
looking forward to connecting face-to-face, hearing your stories, celebrating everything that makes VV community so special. We're exploring opportunities for community meetups and other ways to make this event one to remember. So thanks for continuing to believe in us, even when plans evolve as they do from time to time. And of course, we're fully,
making sure that
aware
does
of
not
how
get
everyone's feeling
surprised
about that. And
if you're watching what I'm writing.
it's unfortunate for sure, but you are the heart of VV, and we can't wait to bring more of that connection to life. Stay tuned for details soon. So stay tuned, like I said, for details about what they're planning with David coming around that exact time. And I know, Corey, it's super special to be together with everybody in the family. I know some of the best moments we've had are at the events, right? So
For sure.
yeah, 100%. So stay tuned for that, everybody. But we wanted to recognize that and let everybody know that we hear you for sure. The team hears you. Let's get to this next one right here. We got to talk about an anniversary, Corey. Before we get to the big stuff, we got to go through some of this fun stuff. Amazing Spider-Man 129 came 2 years ago today.
Yeah, 2069.
Wow. That's crazy.
The first appearance of the Punisher, and we put a post out.
Yeah, no, I
your
agree, Kryptoni.
Experiences around that.
They
This
knew
was
they
a
had to
great
do
one. I
something.
remember when this one came out,
don't think
Corey. It seems
every
like
bad
yesterday,
thing that
though,
happened
doesn't
was
it?
actually their
Wild.
fault. Like
This is
the way it all
sort of a
came out.
behind the scenes kind
can
of thing,
explain
and
that
definitely
better
not
later.
disparaging Marvel or in any kind of way. But this was a comic that I had up on my shelf for videos, and they were like, "You can't have that comic on the shelf."
That's
'cause it
funny. They're
depicts
not going to give
a
it
gun
Majin.
firing.
I won't get it, but
So
at least he won't.
So I
get it.
took it off my shelf to do comic videos, and then we release it as a digital comic, and I was like, "What? Can I put it back on my shelf? Because it's like
I've got the Ultra.
it's one of
This
those
is definitely.
classic Spider-Man covers.
I was thinking about this. Like, if
good.
somebody asked me,
It's
what
been
they
It's weird
should-
too. He has a real gun on the cover, but
I mean,
like
just
inside
go
of the
back
comic, it's
to
like a red
comics
gun. It
and
almost
Crypto's
looks like
little,
if any of you have
top,
done any like
20 top 50
military
comics.
or police like close quarters battle
Yeah,
type
look for
stuff.
the
Use
ones
red
that have
guns,
the
like red
lower
plastic
amount.
guns. That's
Okay.
what it looks like he
And I think
has
the
inside his
Punisher
comic.
is
It's really
not
funny.
I forgot about that.
60,000.
Yeah, I have to
I
open
just
that one
go
up and have a look
stack
at it
those.
again.
That
I
might-
love, by
not
the way, the
financial advice,
exclusive
but
art we have on this one.
That could be
That looks
a good
just
play.
like the cover too in a lot of ways.
And maybe just the
remember
commons,
so like
too.
you look at Amazing Fantasy, it's another
The
comp.
Secret
like,
is great,
like
but like,
it looks
yeah,
like
who
the cover,
knows?
like
In
the
the future,
Hulk
the comics
one
might be
looks
what
like
everyone
the
wants
original.
anyways.
And of course we have some of these that like take that beautiful art that everyone like is so iconic. And then I also love the ones that are completely unique as well, because you can only get them here, right? But it's a very cool drop.
The red gun's right there on the secret rare, actually.
Oh, there it is. Good call on that one for sure. I don't have the secret rare of this one though, but I got myself a nice I think 3-digit common, and I think I may have the rare or the ultra rare, but it makes me want to go back and grab the whole set. Now that comic sets are out, it'd be a good set to have.
Yeah, how many
right?
people
So,
have actually
go to our post, everybody, and check
like
it out.
actually put sets together?
It's the anniversary. Share the
Interesting
your
enough, I
thoughts
did
and
not
your
know this.
experiences from
Some of
that
those
time
free
and the
comics
ones
they
you
give
have,
away,
and,
you got to
it's
pay
a really
whatever
cool post we got up.
60 cents.
Let's go
to get
on
them.
to the Marvel
Those are
Comics
sets.
releases this week, Corey, on VV Comics. And we have some
This
good
is not
ones, of
crazy,
course, as we all
but
lead up to
I might start stacking
the
up
big
whenever they release
movies
free
and what
comics if they're going to
MCU
be
is planning and
sets.
what Marvel's planning.
For,
It's always really
63
fascinating
cents
to see these
in
comics
fees.
come
That
out.
seems pretty cool.
I picked up a couple this week too, and
Yeah, I
actually,
want to know about those
Ma-
helmets too. Are they
I
back?
don't think the one that I picked up
Very
was
well could be.
featured. It's the friendly neighborhood Spider-Man, you know, from the animated show. I picked up that one. But check this out: One World Under Doom #3. Another, like, all this Doom stuff is getting me so pumped for the summer. It's going to be awesome, right? So there's that one that we featured this week for Marvel. And then, of course, we had Predator versus Spider-Man #1. I mean, I don't know if you've seen the 5 cover variants on this one, but all of them are just
so freaking wrinkled.
Absolutely awesome. I actually think that the common is my favorite.
I still need to really build in the Veveverse. I've not been doing a good job.
Spider-Man, like,
if any one of my content team is watching, I just want to give a shout out to them. Really love these new motion graphics that they've rolled out. Looks a lot better. I like how we're displaying comics. What do you all think in chat?
Oh, is that yours?
It's a better way to show off
a lot
of comics really fast
Ronnie
as
Lido?
opposed to a whole list.
Are you telling me you're trying to get?
Nice.
I've been trying to get.
I personally love it. I can answer you right now just for me.
because we were doing just all of the text names like in a big block, and I was just like,
I'm looking for stuff
better.
Whoa.
Show these off in a cooler
way.
That's
#2. I'm like, Garbage Pail
thing
is
about comics,
for $4.95.
obviously, is cover in the interior.
No, that's the second one. Nobody cares.
Yeah, there you go. Look, Dub approves.
He's got to. He's mod.
Oh my lord! Yes,
I'm just kidding, Dub. I love you.
I hope.
Dub gives us some good feedback too. It's awesome. Look, we got Amazing Spider-Man #2. I love this cover right here. It's so awesome. I grabbed one of those.
23 on that Thunderbolts.
I'm really liking that new storyline. I mean,
congrats on that, Kryptonian. I really hate you though.
And then Magic #4. I mean, this is a really cool cover as well, and a really cool series that's coming out. So check out those 4 right there. Were the Marvel comics. Then we also had, of course, our Dynamite releases. Sherlock Holmes, Year 1, Issue 1. Really classic story. I don't know if you like the Sherlock movies, but I actually really like. I like the Robert Downey Jr. Sherlock movies. I like them. The Guy Ritchie ones. They're fun. But I also really loved the Benedict.
I didn't know Guy Ritchie did those.
Yeah, that's
my jam. So
that was so good.
Yeah.
And when I was a kid, I used to watch there was the famous one. There was also like I can't remember the name of the actor, but I think most people remember that Sherlock Holmes from like the 80s. He was like, I used to watch that as a kid too. So it's a really cool comic series that's come out right here. And you can check that out. Those are our Dynamite ones. And then Elvira, of course, is back. Let me just back up a little bit here. We don't want to miss the Elvira.
Oh, nice.
Right
so on Saturday when we have emoji on,
there we go. Hold on. Let's go.
That'll be
I'll
cool.
have to redo it. But
I'll be up on Saturday. Might do Sunday too.
The Greatest Adventure. We'll go back to Elvira in just a second. Greatest Adventure #4. Another cool series right there has launched as well.
If I take today's hours,
that's
I'm
ERB.
I'm like less than 500 away.
Comics.
Is it really?
Bros. Yeah.
See, I did not know that. Thanks so much, Great. Did you hear that, everybody? That's cool. That the Tarzan stuff. If you look at the comic sets, it's really interesting how those are.
I like that.
Because those are really fun sets to grab, right? If you're looking at MCP. But here's Elvira, Mistress of the Dark, Spring Special one-shot #1. You got to absolutely love it. And look at that. This is going to be a real fun one when it comes to October and what people do and put it in their vaults and stuff like that, super fun. I think we missed one right there. Yeah, it's the Alice in Wonderland, the complete Alice in Wonderland #3, and another really cool story. So those are all coming out for Dynamite Comics right now. And then, of course, we have 2 new ones right here, 2 new series, but multiple of each.
All I care
Vampire
about.
State Building.
By the way, hit that like button. I'm only at 7. We get that 10.
This is for a Blaze.
All I care about is Addiction #4.
And I believe there's
that I'm going to be in. That's all I
4
care
issues
about.
in this one. It's either there's 4 issues of this one. Super. If you guys want some really great
it's true
horror type comic art.
I'm not built to stream.
Yeah.
Nice.
I'm built to eat.
Really cool, right? That one's coming out, and that's dropping today, actually, on VV Comics right here as we celebrate our Blaze publishers. And then this one, Sacred, right there, on #1. This is a really cool story as well. It's like the art is really fun and interesting, and you can check it out. I believe there's 7 issues of this one, so you can get the whole storyline all together right there. And so those are dropping as well today.
Nice.
There you go. Yeah, for sure. Now, speaking of comic sets, we're just moving along, right? We have so much to cover, guys. We're just going through all the little announcements right here. And then we'll get to some of the big stuff.
We should make this like an hour-and-a-half show or something, because we do have to.
Oh my lord, an hour and a half.
A lot in a week to cover.
Oh yeah, 100%. And we're just trying to give everybody the heads up about stuff. Next week's going to be interesting too, because we'll have a lot of new information out And so make sure you tune into next week. We'll break some stuff down. But comic sets are live, of course. They came out, I believe just over a week ago or so. And, people are reacting to it. Let us know, what you think about the comic sets. I know, Corey, that we're working on your team's working on some graphics about like points
and all that.
Yeah.
I'm so happy to see comic sets. I will say from a personal perspective, in that you've been involved with this. We have been lobbying.
I just don't have that many. I've got lots of comics, but I don't have the sets.
I collect obviously collectibles.
It's kind of expensive, but I guess for people who've been collecting for a while.
Yeah.
And there just never has been a reason for me to want to get every variant of a comic without being a set.
I have a reason to get every rare or ultra rare
comic collector on Veve that we couldn't have the comics in the showrooms. Well, now you can have it in the Veve verse. There's some solutions to that, but it's just like
if you're in here and you're chatting to, please God,
for comic
tag Majin and say
step in the right
he cannot win.
Now there's a reason to grab all the covers. I'm really happy.
Number 7 comic drop.
Me too. I know that we've been.
Doesn't work.
It's been internal for a long time, and the team's worked hard on it. It's not as easy as we thought, right? It takes a lot of different setups.
Not to buy anything.
And like I said, if you get a comic,
I forgot
set,
was 7.
The points are. We'll confirm on the points, but it's a really good amount of points you get because you factor in all the variants and their individual points, then the bonus set bonus, and then of course there's the
somebody already grabbed it
too. Yeah. And by the way, this is a good question by Duck and Cover. How you doing? Great to see you today. By the way, I heard that he's
all right. I bought it
soon, so let us know, everybody.
Not that I'll be able to sell it.
Do sets apply to all comics? Yes, they do. So if you have a Veve comic
none
set
of this is selling, so you wanted to sell
they apply to that too. So you'll see that pop up in your set
Let's
completion
see if I can
on the app. And of course, more of that will come out as the app develops and how it's displayed. And but they're active now, and you can see. And there were some MCP issues that people were talking about. They sent in some of their MCP points.
All right, what's going on, KCBMW?
The team was looking into all that stuff. It should be all working now really well. There was
$1 rarity comics and the free
internally, which is how the sets are.
Yeah, I was just saying that. I don't know if you heard me, but I didn't realize that.
Omi as well. There was some. Just so you know, the team seems to resolve that issue too. And but if you have any issues with your points, just go to the feedback tab and take some screenshots.
Comic for $1.
It really does go right.
I know. I couldn't believe that
the and it opens up
free comics are set.
If we get enough of those too, it'll be really elevated and
makes it fast.
As long as I can get them for $2.
Do you have this set? By the way, Corey,
pretty cool.
This comic set.
No, I don't have that entire set. No.
All right, make sure everyone gets in there and
that
give
would be a good
Majin
I have
crap
them,
so he can't win.
5, but they're live right here. Here's a little poll question too that we did. So I did a poll question on the Veve main account. How many comic sets do you have?
Imagine Veve ever allows $100.
Most people have around 1 to 10 right now, which is really.
And this is
there you go. This is
the scariest part for me.
This in a couple weeks
is that
maybe a month from now, and we'll see what the results
the
are.
addiction comics I'm going to be in.
Some people have 100+.
If they allow it to be under $1,
just. Prior to this, there was no reason to have all of it
on there for real.
Unless you really
that's
love
go for less
the
than
comic,
$1.
so you wanted to have all
like
the
I had
of it, which I totally can understand.
I mean, if you had the Epico things,
now
that would be my
rationale.
I almost wouldn't even want
to grab that set. I do feel like we'll see that number.
Oh no! Look, if
we'll see,
you even were able to list for less than $1 on the app.
I know mine's increasing,
but they changed it. Yes, if you could list it
by day a little bit after the announcement, it's a lot of fun. But we'll revisit that for sure. And then just if you want to check out some,
I didn't think about that
again as well. But you go to the blog.veve.me and you go to the.
I am going to have to start looking into that. When are you going to come on here, KCBW? Not show your face, talk
section right there. If you go there
and tell us.
Scroll down, you can see we've updated the daily points for comics.
I really need to figure that out.
Daily points you normally get.
What's up, Tucson? Good to see you, man.
On that SR. And then the duplication, of course, for the uncommon. We already know all that. But here's the comic set points. These are the bonus. So you add it all together.
Why can't you have
it's going to be quite the nice thing. So we'll have some more info about that and keep you updated on this blog right here.
Do it. You go on everyone else's thing or spaces. I know that's different, but
I'm pretty pumped. Let's move on now. We got the challenge feature.
Who's excited about this?
This was announced as well.
50 Cent Jim.
I know, Corey, we're going to be waiting for this to come out.
Here's my thing.
We have a full 250 people on it right here with some of the details.
Are there 250 people that are going to do it? I mean, I'm going to try.
It's right up on our blog. We posted about it as well. But
I
I know that Corey
talk to my
we can't
wife for a
talk
day
ton
to do
about
it.
in
I'm
terms
going
of
to
like
do it.
exactly
Like I'm
what's
gonna
happening. But
try to
you
get,
know,
because
are
who
you
knows what
able to
you're
give
gonna
us a
get for
little
free.
bit of
It's worth
insight
a
as
try.
to like
It's
kind
actually
of
probably not
the
worth my
kind of
time
like
at all, but
the
I like
what do you
games,
say
so I'll probably
the
do it.
spirit behind this, because I know it's
Yeah.
intended to help people have fun in the app daily.
The spirit behind it is the same
Mm.
spirit that's behind
Hey, I
things
don't know
like
if
the
Kryptoni, you're still here. Maybe we could
Viviverse,
do some type of
our social
like
feed. Like
posting the Moonflower a
we want
lot
this to be more than
to
just
get
a
some
place where the
utility.
world
That would be
collects. We
interesting.
want it to be a place where the world can come together and share their fandoms, share their collections, and share in challenges.
I like seeing
So if
those
you play literally any
emojis.
video game in the world, whether
It
you
makes me feel
you know
very good. I feel
play
like that's
whatever
Tucson doing
Clash
it
of
though.
Clans on a cell phone, or you play
I don't know,
Marvel
maybe not.
Rivals, you know, depending what it is, there's always some sort of activity that drives you to want to go hang out with your friends, do the things, get the rewards. And it just only makes sense that we have something of that nature here. And so
Right.
this is sort of the first iteration of that. And with all things that we do, we're
I think
constantly
it's smart.
looking
They
at
need to
the
get people to
feedback,
hang
or
out on the
constantly
app.
looking at how many people are using it, and we'll constantly improve it. But this is the first step, in my opinion, in the right direction, because it needs to be more than just a place where you go to buy things and sell things. It needs to be a place where you can interact with other people that like the same things that you do, or you can share those things. We have some of that built in, but we needed something more like this. So I'm really excited to see this.
Yeah, it's going to be awesome. I know we got a chance to see some of how it looks internally while the team was building it out. It's really intuitive, you guys. It's a lot of fun, and you can earn points every day, and there's leaderboards. And actually, one thing that I thought was really cool about this that you guys will really realize, it's
What's
coming out
up?
on the 28th. So actually, that's coming up very soon.
Let's go. How you? You're
And
not. You're
one
supposed
thing
to
is
be
it's
relaxing.
community driven. So the more people that
It's
are
supposed to be
actually
chill. I thought you were
participating,
leaving town
it
and just
actually
like
tiers
relaxing.
up the entire community's
It's so hard to
rewards.
do it, even when you
It's
say you
really
do it.
cool,
I
you
know.
guys. We did a
It's
poll
good to see
question
you.
as
Good
well,
job
just to
last
see
night.
how people were feeling about our recent announcements on
Oh,
X.
Lord.
And it was, you know, which
Can't
is
wait
your
to hear what Star
favorite, you
Wars
know,
is
that you
gonna
had, which is you're most excited about. And the challenge one wasn't at the top because people haven't seen it yet. We're going to revisit that poll in another like couple of weeks, and we'll see how the challenge feature kicks in compared to comic sets and the stacker announcements, which we're going to talk about
Interesting.
shortly as well. And
Oh,
of
you're heading.
course,
Oh,
you know,
shortly.
the other
My
stuff that
man,
we
just
have as well. So we'll see how it
It's
goes.
like when
but
Emoji
it's
said, "I'm
really
leaving, I'm
quite
leaving,"
something.
and like
I
instead of
think
being on
Corey,
50
people are gonna be
spaces
really
in the
excited
day, he was
about
on
it.
25.
In the app, I mean, it's just a ton of fun.
But yeah, definitely.
Remember we were
We're
seeing
taking
some
that
of the
time
visuals
off,
of
even
it.
if it's just like
And
10
yeah,
hours.
and it
It's
kind of triggers
crazy.
a lot of fun stuff, just like you said.
But yeah,
with the
good job
gaming
last
aspect of
night.
thing, and really just
More to come from
communication.
you,
So
man. You
make
make it
sure you
hard for
check
me
it out,
now.
everybody. There's a full blog right here. You can go into it, secure your
I have no
spot
clue
in the
what I'm going
top
to talk to Dan about.
250.
That's
Diversify
funny.
your actions, track your ranking, take on the challenge, right? For sure. And like I said, it's all coming out on the 28th to May the 28th. So it's timed as well.
Oh, wow.
And
I didn't know it was time.
yeah, it's going to be a lot of fun. And we'll just can't wait to hear what you guys have to say about it. So let's move on, everybody, right here. Special launch announcement. Now, here is the stacker announcement. Now, if you haven't seen this, Corey, I mean, this is a long time coming as well. I know.
I mean, David looks really freaking happy there.
David, you came out with the video. I know you worked on the video. Do you want to tell us a little bit about what's going on with this?
I honestly don't know too much,
just
like
the video,
just from the video edit.
Yeah.
It just looks like the full integrations here, all collectibles are in play, which
Actually
is,
really
I think,
cool.
the biggest deal for a lot of people who are really interested in utilizing their OMI in a bigger way. The curiosity was, you know, what IPs will be fair game, and it looks like the answer to that is all of them, that's really good for the digital collecting industry as a whole, beyond just Veve. Whenever we look at, we're the first to kind of do what we're doing, and we're hoping more people, you know, open up shop and start getting digital collectibles, but us sort of setting that roadway and paving it and getting
he's the only one that's not losing with Veve.
Maybe is just a huge win for our industry. So
yeah.
I'm really excited to see that coming to fruition.
I'm still winning. I'm just
really
not
hoping,
winning big.
You know, it pulls people back that maybe were sitting on the fence waiting for something like that. So a
Alpha
lot of people came here under the promise of crypto and OMI, and that use case hasn't been there. And so this is the first of hopefully.
Hey, look, I made it on the stream. Nice.
Yeah, 100%. And if you watch, you know, the video right there and get a little insight into it, if you also actually check out the David Yu's recent interviews as well, he's talked a bit about it. They're asking some questions about like the integration and his plans on things and the company's plans. It's really fascinating. And of course, our friends over at Stacker, you know, they're doing an amazing job. And if you have questions about it and you really want to get more in depth, make sure you go to the Ecomi X page and talk to our community manager, Foster, who is doing such a great job, you know, communicating all of this to everybody.
Yeah,
on the
it's
Stacker
all
X
still
page
there.
as well.
I still think Veve's at
directly
the
there.
top
They'll
of it
answer
all.
any questions you have.
Holy cow!
About it.
What?
Of course, the
All of a sudden
blog
we
right
got
here gets
19
into it a
people.
bit
I
for
looked
sure, but
down. I had
all of our IP
12
is
before I did. I
gonna be
made
over
19.
there,
Good
and
to
you can
see everyone.
trade
Hit
with
that like
Omi.
button.
And there's another
How
more
many of you are
videos
excited
coming
about
out. There's
Stacker
some
too?
instructional
I'm actually.
stuff coming out, which is
I
going to be
wasn't
great.
like really
And
caring.
I,
but
like
I
I
think it
said,
might be
if
pretty
you
good. I might try
in
to
our
sell some stuff
community
just to get
side
some
of
Omi
things,
on there.
I know that you know, Foster and Stacker, they're going to be, I believe, with O'Malley on his X page tomorrow, doing a whole breakdown.
That's a good
So make
idea.
sure you tune into that
Damn
event.
you,
That's going to be
O'Malley,
like
for taking
a
all the good
supported
ideas.
event, of course, by Ecomi and Stacker, and they're going to break it all down and get into it. We're just giving you a little heads up right here that that's happening, and the fact that you can actually go to Stacker World, connect your VV account. It's very easy if you want, and you know, to start having some fun with it. I mean, you know, it's just one of those things that has taken a long time because they've had to work so hard on it, and it's finally here. What a crazy week, Corey.
Yeah, actually,
You guys are not in the
Hey, look,
it's not going to stop
Good
either.
for you.
It's not going to
No.
stop.
It's like there's gonna be
It's some
plenty of
crazy
people.
weeks to come.
I just
We've got
wonder,
a lot of stuff cooking, and I'm
is
really,
the
really
price
excited
where
for
it's
all of
cheaper
it.
now? Is that going to change?
Yeah, and we're just trying
Or
to,
is it still
obviously,
gonna
the
be
company's
cheaper
just
on
trying
Stacker?
to deliver on some of these things that, you know, people have been asking for and talking about, and also, you know, but do it in the right way and do it when it's all capable and it's all supposed to be done. And you can see all these things are coming out. I know just your team in general. We're going to talk about Star Wars in just a minute too.
Don't
And
tell me you
if you're just joining us, everybody,
drop, you know,
we've covered a few things
Omi
already.
on
We're
drops.
just getting
I
into some
don't think
stuff.
that
We just
would
talked
be
about
that
the
far away
challenge feature that's
necessarily.
coming out on Monday on the 28th. That's amazing as well. And we talked about comic sets, which are already here. This is the Stacker announcement as well. All IP is going to be available there, so you can like do what you want in the marketplace there with your Omi and trade with everything that VV has to offer. And of course, I did want to mention really quickly about the VV verse. We normally announce everything that's been into the VV verse, but our development team's been really busy like building this kind of stuff out. So stay tuned for those announcements. We'll get back to those as well. But a few things have been added. I do know that, Corey, this is just a little side thing from the Stacker, but I do know, believe that the big Galactus city is now in the VV verse.
Nice.
Like the
That's actually,
diorama
I
of that.
still need to get that.
I mean,
I
this
just
is
don't
what
wanna
I
spend
was
too much
waiting
money
for,
it.
that whole thing. So we'll be
2%.
also working on that and
All
getting
right.
more stuff in the VVverse. Dan was just
How many
on
billion
with
are
the
there? Is that
builders,
100
hub
billion
there
or
with
is there?
Mainsy. Talked all about the VVverse.
What's
We
the
talked
max?
about that about
250
15
on
minutes ago on
Omi.
the live
How
stream
much
too, if you want
Omi
to
is
check
out
that
there?
section out if you want to go back and listen to that whole interview. So we're just coming out with a ton of stuff right now, and so hopefully you guys are having a lot of fun. Let's move on to the next one. Daredevil or Matt Murdock.
I did not do that one. I didn't end up
Murdock,
doing that.
classic lawyer. The best blind lawyer you could ever have.
Best blind lawyer you ever have. Yeah, we're just going to cover some of our drops.
Oh, we're almost at 10 likes.
This is another evolvable one that came out, and you know, lots of fun. Of course, interacts with the diorama. The diorama, Corey. Have you guys seen the diorama for it? It's so cool. Like the little interact.
The thing with the dioramas, I don't know if you all noticed this, but the street level hero diorama, so that would be Punisher, and this diorama actually connect to one another. So
really,
and by that I mean whenever you put them together, it creates a larger scene.
Yeah,
and so that was like a core concept for
I didn't know that.
Production team as they were sort of brainstorming and creating on what they're going to be doing, like bigger picture.
Yeah,
and so
I also heard if
the
you
interlocking
put the
dioramas creating a larger scene
next
featuring
to
characters.
The Punisher one, the car will crash
really, really slick feature. It looks really nice too if you side by side.
You should definitely try.
If we find time here in the next week or two, we'll grab all those assets in Unity and smush them together so you all can see what that looks like if you don't have them. But it looks really, really good.
Yeah, click all together. It's part of a bigger idea, and it's really cool, you guys. Really awesome collectible right there. We did a little poll question. We're just wanting to get your guys' feedback. Shadow of the Daredevil came in as the most beloved so far, which of course is the secret rare right there with only 400 editions. So have some fun with that one, and the show, of course. I mean, there's a big Daredevil push right now. If you wanted to go and pick up a couple of them, they're still available right there for you as well. Like Evolvables, they're always open for a year, and then we'll see what happens when we come back. Like the Punisher was the first one, right? You know, the Punisher and the Daredevil are so close together. And of course, today's that anniversary of the Punisher comic, which is kind of fun. But when we get to that year mark, and then, you know, with that, Evolvable crafting closes off, it's gonna be really fascinating to see, like, you know, what people's collections look like by that point. And with all of these Evolvables, right? So so check that out, everybody. That's a lot of fun. Now, this is another one that we want to talk about really quickly right here. I absolutely love these guys from Cool Rain right here.
They're
this
cool.
So
I just
cool. And
like
if you guys haven't
to be like 10 gems.
if you guys haven't seen,
I mean, I want the
VR
artists to
video
make money; they deserve
that we
it.
got
But
put together by Mr. Falcon, we tweeted that out. It's the best. It's the absolute best.
Yeah, these are fun. There's a whole bunch of them too. Like we got some of the, you know, the artist picks, you know, which ones they want to select and release. But there's an entire product line of these pop balls. So if this is something you're all super digging, definitely shout that out on socials and everywhere else, because there's a plethora of these in existence.
Oh yeah, they're super fun. People are having a ton of fun with them right now. And big shout out as well. I mean, like, to the artist, that was super cool to have. And you know, we'll see. I mean, the artist right here is actually really quite famous. Like, you know, you guys,
is he?
Like tons of work with.
I think it's good that they're
other big brands. Like, this is so cool.
Yeah, that's right.
And
I forgot
you know, I really do think that we made that point about the stacker.
It might not
aspect
mean
of
much
things
now,
and
but
connecting that side
in the
of,
future,
like,
I think it will.
in terms of like IP being available in that way as opposed to on the app as well, and how, like, you know, these other communities, there's new ways for them to kind of, you know, interact and like add stuff to their collection using Omi, and, you know, and of course other ways as well. But I think that's a really interesting kind of like dynamic that's going to start developing here now that the stacker thing is actually happening very shortly. So we'll see how all this goes, because there's a lot of people who are big fans of this artist and the other artists that we have. And I know we have one today that we're going to talk about. Maybe coming up very shortly, everybody. Stay tuned for that. But very cool with this one as well. So well, keep us informed on how you're feeling about that.
It looks like
Today
the
we also
$14.99 price
of course,
point
the Thunderbolts
big on these
#1 comic, and you can
everyone
see,
think
like,
that's a good price.
You see
like,
the Winter
to me, that
Soldier,
seems a little high.
Ultra rare there with that packaging. You know, we have a bunch
I mean,
of
these
those
days,
on the app.
it seems high.
Very cool comic as well with the Winter Soldier.
I wish anytime that was an applicable variant that exists, we would by default get that. I've maybe said that in a whole bunch of meetings too. Like, because for me that's like the point, right? Like if I am into an artist, I collect all of that artist's work. If that artist has version variants, then I want all the version variants. If there's a toy variant, I want all the toy variants.
For sure.
Yeah,
like the lightsaber.
Me too.
You know, I think you can see it down here. It's like Emperor Palpatine right there, and there's his lightsaber. There's a whole series of those spread out across. So I have every single one of those covers from a whole bunch of different comic series, because they created a united theme. Like, anytime you can unite a theme, like, please, like, make that available so we can sell that, because I want to buy it. Because now we can display the stuff.
Oh, lightning screws.
Oh, 100%. Yeah, I put them all together. I mean, that
couldn't even really help
toy packaging one really kind of like hits me in a certain way because of my you know, toy collecting background that I love so much. So very cool. I love that one. And the movie's actually coming out very soon too, which is really cool. Right. Oh, by the way, we'll talk Star Wars in a second. Are you gonna go see the Revenge of the Sith? Because it's coming back to theaters like in a couple days, I believe.
I took like a week of leave. Yeah. And I saw the Minecraft movie, but it takes me an hour and about 10 minutes to drive to the nearest movie theater.
Oh my God.
Oh, yeah.
He's in Ohio.
It's a pretty big commitment for me
to make the drive.
I just wait and watch it in my basement.
Oh, that's awesome for sure. Well, let's move on right here. Of course, we had Captain America number 333. With the first appearance, of course, of the U.S. agent, right? So this is really cool as Captain America. This is really cool. I love this cover. I had to go for it. It's one of those iconic cover arts that everyone knows. If you're a comic collector and you love like famous covers, this is one of those covers that kind of stands out. There's lots of them that are, you know, key issues, you know, and kind of that sort of that. I believe this isn't bronze. It's more Copper Age comic, right? From like the 80s. I believe. So I can't remember the exact time frame. I think it's like 88, 89 or so. 87, I think.
Yeah.
So it's a very cool comic and a really iconic thing. Did you grab? I grabbed
Can
one.
somebody
of these.
wake me up when this is
comment on
over?
This one for sure. I really wanted that ultra rare though. But
I want to hear
wasn't
Star
lucky
Wars.
enough.
Let's
I need to go grab one. I do like that comment a lot.
Yeah, super cool. It's a really cool transition in the story too. But you can see everything is like driving towards what they're doing in some ways in the films and the shows and the movies, and you're getting it right here on Veve, which is really cool. I used to always say, you know, like sometimes these drops that Marvel releases with us, because these are Marvel comics on Veve, you can sometimes get a hint of potentially what can happen. You can speculate about the
They
storylines,
definitely
the
release
movies,
it with
the shows.
movies and shows and stuff
It's
like
actually
that.
really fascinating, and I love it. I'm all for Marvel speculation.
And then Aaron got in big trouble for speculating about Marvel.
Yeah, that's right. I started talking about this, that, and the other. Who's coming to the movie? They don't tell us who's coming to the movies, you guys. That's for sure. Check it out. So now, also, this is also really cool too. So you guys will see very shortly,
even
some more communication about the Blackpink set rewards, the special airdrop that we announced. That's all coming out. I just want to show you the set completion graphic here with all the all the variants
first
right there. Of course, we did have the special edition, the diamond ones. So stay tuned very shortly today for more of another announcement about
forward,
that special
so
set completion aspect of the
Blackpink
kind of series.
Although MC does collect.
Really cool. It's gonna be really cool to see how many people actually completed those sets, get those airdrops that we're talking about, and so stay tuned. I just wanted to show this really quickly because this happened a couple weeks ago. We covered it, and but that announcement is going to come out. It's a reminder to everybody that if you wanted to go and snag a couple of these to get that airdrop, you'll get the full information coming up very shortly. I got the animated of all the girls. I couldn't help it. Like they're so cool. They're just like dancing around with that.
I like Jenny's hat. It's my favorite. It's my favorite collectible in the set.
Do you have one of those hats yourself?
I'm gonna go get one. I have to. No choice.
And you have to drive an hour and a half for it.
I'm coming out of winter now though, so I'll have to wait till next year.
Oh, okay, yeah, for sure. If by the way, a little shout out to Miss Gecko, who has been and a lot of people have been doing it, and they've done some amazing stuff. You saw actually one of the entries in the Veve Feed contest had Blackpink on the stage with the stormtroopers in front. But check out her Twitter feed with some of those amazing videos with Blackpink and everything, and they're all animated.
She's been doing good with those videos.
They're absolutely some of the most amazing things you've ever seen. It's so fun and cool, and we really love people having fun with it. So there you go, everybody. Stay tuned for that announcement. That's going to be coming up soon. Now, I wanted to also mention before we get to some other big stuff.
Lord. Come on, MC, you're killing me.
X-Men #2 comic just burned after 30 days.
He's so good at this.
I remember us talking about this comic releasing.
Yeah.
And now it's gone. It's been burned to a crisp.
270.
That's right. The remaining supply from the store, which wasn't a ton actually, was actually burned. There was a decent amount, but that ultra rare is still calling my name right there. I mean, I picked up this comic myself, but that's the second appearance ever of the X-Men, right? And
the Vanisher has vanished. You're done for. You have to go to
$20.
now.
The comic vanished
For that ultra rare.
Well, yeah, that was nice, Corey. That was nice.
I know. Dad joke. I got
it's
it.
Like you knew already. But yeah, I mean, this comic burned recently, so and like I said, all of the Marvel comics that come out in store for 30 days only.
Hey, one of the greatest things Veve ever did was
on the same day of
do the 30-day burn. Now you just
so
got to do it for
your calendar, and you can predict if you want for sure. The next one that actually was also burned as well, just before that was the Daredevil 227. This comic was also right around that time. It's a few days before this one burned. This is the Kingpin is Mayor, which is another guy. Look at exclusive art on that as well. The ultra rares on these are just, and the rares are just, what do you call it? Chef's kiss?
Chef's kiss.
You like it.
Somebody saying that.
Yeah, so that one also burned. Now the next one coming up right here, guys, is Daredevil #232. This one is actually going to be burning as well. There'll be an announcement, I believe, tomorrow or the next day. So stay tuned for that announcement. This comic is next up. With any remaining supply in the store, it will be burned. So stay tuned. We'll keep announcing everybody, but the last chances for you to pick it up in the shop and potentially go for some of that stuff right there for sure. So stay tuned on that. Now I wanted to talk about this, Corey.
Oh my Lord, he's killing me.
Yeah, for sure.
This is absolutely amazing, and the first time we think we've
Really?
ever done this. But
Done.
with the fidgetal and all of that in a Marvel artwork,
Wait,
we
what?
may have done
This
it
is
once
Dynamite.
before, but
It's a
yeah. Oh,
Dynamite
sorry, for
artwork.
Dynamite. Yeah, exactly. Set it
Yeah.
up, Corey. Let's talk about this because I know this is absolutely amazing.
Yeah, for sure. Obviously, we have the Jay Lee. This is a digital release, silent auction. I was lucky enough to get to talk to him, so we'll have a full interview that'll be
nice.
releasing right after this live stream that you all can check out.
They
Jay
can burn
is one
so
of
much, but it will never
David's
make good pay.
top 5
Yeah, but I just
favorite artists.
they should get into that
So he was very
habit
excited to get that interview
until
going. Dynamite's been
actually
very
have a store
gracious
and have it
in
filled
terms
with
of
stuff, just
providing
to
their artists
burn it off. That
to
way,
allow us to
people
do
can play their own little
interviews and
game.
get some promotional spots. So
Yeah.
we did
Of
release
course,
that
I'll wait
one promo,
until the last.
you know, where he's talking about
ice
BB, and
stuff,
in the
you know,
interview,
whatever,
he kind of
but
just talks about his artist
I think it'd be good.
evolution,
Yeah.
where he came from, how he's got to where he is. We talk a little bit about digital collecting. You know, I'm always interested whenever I'm talking to these higher level artists, what they think of this space.
Yeah.
And most of them are really excited about the concept of being able to get in front of a huge audience.
Yeah, but wouldn't that
You
be
know,
the same thing as
that's-
burning, or
that
they
can be
just
a
wouldn't
tricky
have
thing a lot of times
any limits? Just like
due to the
open
relationship, unless it's a creator owned work
Otherwise,
where they
it's the same
own that
effect
work
as
outright.
But I don't
You know, they're
disagree.
kind of at the not the whims, but they have to go through
You know, I like
some
2
sort of
hours
checks
or
and
1
balances
hour.
if they
Just
want to try to
you
release
buy
those
it.
proofs.
Yeah.
But yeah, I
Whatever we
grabbed
meant,
some
we meant.
clips of us
That'd be
chatting.
cool. I
So
mean,
just
people
in
would
case
see
you missed the
awesome.
promo, I'll
Watching.
throw
Yeah,
the
I think that'd
promo
be
up
cool.
in
I'm
3,
totally
2,
game for them.
1.
Hello, I'm Jay Lee. I've been a comic book artist for 35 years, and I'm very pleased to announce my upcoming one-of-one digital artist proof on Veve. Releasing as a silent auction, my Vampirella Holiday Special 2024 #1 one-of-one
Correct.
artist proof will soon be available
Interesting.
on
It's an
Veve.
interesting
This
way to
was
do it.
a
Might work.
very challenging cover to do. My inspiration for the piece was a classic Norman Rockwell image that would evoke memories of Christmas, but with
Actually, I'm a
blood-sucking
Norman
vampires.
Rockwell fan. I don't
Hopefully,
see it,
created
but
a holiday classic. Head to vv.me and join their global community of collectors.
okay, cool. That's going to be thousands.
Such a gracious.
I really would like one of
uh,
these 101s.
Jay's such a gracious guy, such a great interview, super fun to talk to. We had some interesting connections. If you go to Jay's artist page, which that video will release, the full interview. Will
Oh my
release right after
God,
this
are you
live stream.
kidding me?
Yeah.
But if you go to his artist page,
Is that up
you'll
already?
see a picture of him with a pug
Did they say?
sitting on a pillow on top of his head, and his pug's name.
Wait a
is
second.
Thor.
Oh, here it is. Artwork.
Oh, there you go. I know that name.
It's not up.
And
yet,
his
yes.
colorist,
God, 4K for
is
that.
his-
What the?
is June. That's his partner, his wife. And so
I know,
I
right?
have a
Probably.
pug
But you won't
named
get
June
the digital.
and a son.
But
named
yes,
Thor.
if you really want
And
it,
so
probably.
we have this like
Awesome.
weird connection. So whenever we started the interview, we were kind of like cutting it up about that. But yeah, he was a lot of fun. Let's give you guys a little tease.
Yeah, give us that Star Wars
a
stuff.
bit of the interview. And this, he's sort of talking about his evolution as an
Right.
artist, because you got to keep in mind he got his start in the early 90s, straight out of
Which
high
is
school.
fine.
And he's really known, especially his early work, as using negative space, so darks versus lights.
I was
So he
telling
talks about some of his
tweeted
inspirations.
that.
Because I was
I'm
curious,
literally
as a fan of
a
his,
mile
why?
away
You know,
from Jim
came out of
Lee's
high school,
birth,
like why
not
did you pick
birthplace.
that
He
style?
moved to the United
Was it just
States.
something you were
but he
good
lived,
at? Were you inspired by
like,
something? And he
it's
kind of
not
answers
even
that
a
question.
mile away from me.
Right here,
where I
and
am
your
right
your
now.
work initially,
Absolutely small
it
world.
really used negative space, like negative space, lights and darks.
So I got to go
Um,
next time he comes in here.
What drew you to
comes to
that?
St.
Like,
Louis, I
what,
gotta go try to,
why did you
get to
lean
see
into
him.
that? Is it just you saw something that influenced that, or that just artistically worked for you?
My biggest influences back then were Simon Bisley and Bill Sienkiewicz, and those guys are true masters.
I like
So
one if you haven't
was,
yet. Appreciate it.
you
And
know,
these stupid
basically just stealing
emojis.
from their expertise.
And if you remember,
And in fact,
hit
every
the
time I see
cabbage.
Simon Bisley or Bill Sienkiewicz,
Oh,
I
man.
profusely apologize for swiping them. I once showed Simon Bisley a
Or me.
picture of Chapel I did for Youngblood Strike.
That's worth $2.99 a
And I
month
said,
right there.
"Does
Said
this look
no one
familiar?"
ever.
And he goes, "Yeah, I think I saw that ad when it came out." I said, "No, it's because I directly traced your drawing of Lobo."
Oh man, Bill has a beautiful Return of the Jedi #1 exclusive cover. We released Return of the Jedi #1, and 4
There
of the
it
variant
is.
covers were exclusive to Vivi variants, and he did one of them, and it is just the most. You should check that out.
Actually,
Oh, wow.
60.
If
That was
you haven't looked at
really
Vivi at all, like we
that
have
price
so
for
many
that was up for a
Vivi
while,
exclusive variant covers for even
like 200
like Silver
plus.
Age comics.
Yeah, and so we kind of just cut it up. Anytime I'm doing these artist interviews, we usually talk a bit about Vivi in general. You know,
Yeah.
a lot of them are really interested in this space. At this point, the word's out. So most of the artists I sit down with are very aware of what Vivi is,
We
but
need
maybe
Star
aren't
Wars.
entirely aware of all the different product offerings we have. Because we have augmented reality, we've got a metaverse space, we've got stamps, statues, comics, collectibles, fine art. I mean, we've even got Lego sculptures from like Nathan Sawaya. And so it's good for us to have those conversations because it opens up the opportunity if they have, creator-owned projects they're working on, potentially we could get them into the platform, outside of whatever licenser they're working with and just have them individually on there. So it's been really, really good. And I don't know, we have one more clip. I don't know if you want to save that for the end, but I have a blooper reel.
Yeah,
and
let's
our
save it.
outro.
Hey, I'll
Let's
snag.
save it for
I
the
mean,
end because
if the
like
prices
you
of
said,
these,
this
Ronnie, I'd
whole
rather give you
interview is
money
gonna
to get
be
a
up on our
one-on-one.
YouTube channel live as soon as we're done here. And I really want all of you guys to go click and watch the whole thing. It is an awesome interview. I mean, we're super honored to have Jay Lee, like you said.
Should I try
and
to
have
interview
that
Jay
digital
Lee?
aspect. I know actually in
I
the
think
chat.
we have something in
Thanks so
common.
much, Slammy and everybody, because Mumbots, there was an artwork with a physical too as well. So this is the first of the Dynamite ones we have as well.
Nice.
So thanks for that. So anytime you have that, it's very special.
What about my one-on-one
Corey, it's
notes
such
here?
a good interview. You guys had a lot of fun. I know it must
feel
have been
like
really
that's
cool
still
for you
up
to
for
sit down and like
grabs.
talk to them too, right? Because
Yeah,
you get a chance to talk to these
Wes did
legends.
not
I mean,
like
it's
that, though.
amazing, right?
it's the best part of my job, really, when it
Yeah.
comes down to it. I've always loved this space. I've always loved collecting.
There you
And
go.
as a
Looking
creator,
at
I'm always
all
very
the good
excited to
stuff
talk
too,
to other
son.
creators about their process and the way they thought and how they got to where they were. I think
Yeah.
one of my favorite interviews was Addie Granoff's interview that we have as Meet the Artist.
Right.
And we talk about Addie in this interview a little bit. But yeah, it's a great privilege to be able to do that. I hope you all watching get some value out of those. But we definitely want to have more of that. We want more people
For sure.
talking about the sort of we can talk about how cool we are all we want, but when other people start talking about how cool we are, then we're actually kind of cool. And so that's really my goal whenever I'm having these conversations.
Yeah, absolutely awesome, right? So stay tuned for that. We're going to hit on that with some bloopers at the end here coming up. And we have a couple more things to cover. And Star Wars is coming up, everybody. Don't you worry, Inform. I know what you're waiting for, but we want to cover this up too.
Quit
Let's
messing
go
with
on
my
to this really
emotions.
quickly right
I'm
here.
literally
We'll
going to
jump back
break my
to that.
desk there.
We also have coming up as well. This is a great drop.
I've been
the
looking
Hansen
since
Factory.
2:37, and every time I look, it's only like 2
amazing
minutes
stuff.
later.
You can check
I'm
out the whole
surprised
blog.
we're
This is
almost
coming
there.
up. I mean, again, just the level of like, this is the set completion, of course, right here, but just the level of like, how this drop is
anyone actually watching
all
on
set up for
X?
everybody, and how we have that aspect of everything in here with like, the special editions and the different, variants as well. I mean, the digital aspect of what we're doing at Veve is really incredible as well. So this one's coming up, and the full blog article is right here. Of course, Hansen Factory, Kahalo. It's another digital drop. So I know you wanted digitals, everybody. You're getting them.
Hands in pocket,
which is super cool.
Hands
and
in
this one's
pocket,
coming up, I
everyone.
believe, on Sunday right here. So, right before the start of the next week.
Is it hands in pocket?
And I mean, what are you gonna do?
I still want
look at this.
One of these
limited
days, I'm
edition
gonna get a
canvas print
fucking
signed by the
digital.
artist as well. Again, super cool to put on. I'd like to put that on my wall right there. It has a really cool vibe that I know. Are you a surfer, Corey? A little bit.
Whenever I lived in San Diego and in Monterey, California for
808 gives it away.
About 10 years total between my military time, my wife's military time. And so I dabbled, but I wouldn't call myself, a competent surfer.
You got out there. Eh?
I can climb on a board.
You can climb on it, yeah. But the closest I get to a board is if I go surfing out here on the West
What's
Coast
it like
of Canada,
living in
I'll be
paradise?
fine.
I can
There
tell
is
you
a
what
really
it's like living in a
famous,
shithole.
surfing town called Tofino.
It's not good.
Which is a decent ways for me, but it's kind of world famous because it has really great waves. It's
even
straight from the Pacific. If you look up the beach, you're looking at Japan, basically.
Like I can't walk.
So
Like
I'd
rather
waves,
like
and it's like
potentially wake up to
So yeah. So anyway, this is really cool. This is
volcano,
coming up. You can
the
check out the
tidal
whole
wave.
blog article. We announced the whole thing.
Just
We
to have
got,
potential of a
just
nice,
really
like
just
really nice
fantastic. You look
day
at them
at
closely.
the ocean.
They're so cool, right? With the rare right here and the limited in
I'll never
edition,
know.
which is really cool as well. I mean, the secret rares only got 222 of them right here, which is awesome. And then, of course, I mean, look at this. Something clean about this, like the monochrome one. I just love this. And then, of course, the digital dropper here. Collectors who secure the Kohala version monochrome common special edition on the drop from the blind box in the VV store will be eligible to receive one of 25 signed canvas prints by the Korean artist Uptempo from Hands in Factory. So very special, very limited. It's got to be from the store. So make sure you check that out. And
I've not been there.
We'll see how that goes.
I want to take a cruise over there.
Fun, drops coming up, which is great.
It's good stuff. It's not easy to secure that, especially whenever,
yeah, it'd be a lot of fun.
These are like VV Korea drops, so a lot of these are hard to access artists. So I really like the physical component of it because you'd have a hard time, snagging.
Yeah, I mean, look, it's a good draw. I just wish they had done this
kind of
like
at the whims of
a couple weeks ago
globally.
before the Star Wars drop. Like I'm
really again, each of these artists that
let's see where I'm at, because I just bought something. I'm at 565 gems.
Following, like they're really cool in their area.
And it's
so
really hard to sell anything. I started like 2 weeks ago, and you can't sell crap
with people.
Just get on a plane and spend all your time away. Well, but I like the cruise aspect. I like, for me, the journey is part of it.
We do have a reveal right before we talk Star Wars. We have a new comic that's coming out next week, and then we'll finish the live stream with some Star Wars talk.
Hey, look, I think it's okay.
From Corey's awesome interview, which
definitely getting overshadowed.
I can't wait for that one. But check this out, everybody. We got Avengers 43, which is announcing later today, and this is a classic comic from the Silver Age.
No, are you kidding me?
Appearance of the Red Guardian, who I'm really loving as a character.
It looks amazing. It's very up to date.
The actor who plays him is super funny. I just
one of my
watched
good friends from Purdue.
You know the movie with the video game.
He's from
and
South
he was
Korea.
in that, and of course I love them.
He lives in Chicago, though.
And I can't remember the name of the actor off the top of my head right now, but he's super funny. And this is the Red Guardian. Look at that ultra rare. And
I love it. It's really clean. It's really nice.
So cool, right?
It's a smart use of color is what that is. That's why that's so striking. It's really good.
Well, it's such a classic cover because, like, I always remember this. Like,
not everywhere.
When you had, like, say, the Guardians of the Galaxy, as cool as they are in the
comics. It's odd
comics,
that all these
nobody really knew who they were.
Hey, look,
for them to do some really
the
cool
grift
stuff,
is on, right? Like, if you can make money.
Movie stuff and
all doing small decon style things.
There's the Red Guardian. This comic,
cool.
IRL, I mean, all these kind of like things around Thunderbolts and everything are really people are really kind of curiously, looking at these. So this is one I haven't read before. Like, how
the
could
grind
I
to get it right?
Physical? I mean, it's
total
so
luck.
So I'm really looking forward to reading this one when it drops. So it's going to announce it's going to drop next week. So the post will come out very shortly, and you guys will see that. But I just wanted to reveal that for you today. So very cool. 30 days only as well, everybody. And that ultra rare is pretty amazing. Now, Corey, let's get into this.
All right. This is going to be like 90 days.
I know you're excited about this one too.
And next week.
Oh, I'm absolutely pumped. Now,
what else on this page before I talk about anything?
Let me just set this up for you. Because I know I just know that we'll have announcements coming out very soon. I know you guys are working. I just wanted to ask you about it. We're working super hard. This is the blog that we released as a teaser, just with not all the information, details,
how dare they
sizes or
not
whatever
give us all the information.
And we're not going to reveal that stuff to you today. We want you to be surprised, and we want you to see it as But I am going to ask Corey some questions, and
to be honest, I'm excited, and I think
check it out. Veve celebrating the Star Wars display with multiple digital collectible drops starting May the 4th.
I feel like
which is right around the corner.
Like they should be dropping all the info
I'm
today.
going to go to that Revenge of the Sith show. I'm watching the Andor.
Week from Sunday will be May 4th,
and Star Wars Day, May the 4th. Fans across the world united to celebrate the saga that changed the cinema forever. This year, Veve is taking Star Wars digital collecting to the next level. And I'm going to ask you about that, Corey. Just give me a sec, right? Like never before. Get ready for a full month of Star Wars digital collectibles and comics, legendary characters, iconic vehicles, unforgettable moments across the galaxy's rich history. It begins on the 4th, which is Star Wars Day. We got troopers, right here, elite troopers. We have helmets right here with a cross-section helmet. It says right here, I'm just reading off the blog. Okay, so don't worry, Corey. I'm not going to get in trouble. Din Grogu, Warriors of Mandalore, and dioramas.
I hope
we got Pod
this is
Racers. It
marketed
says
really
right
well.
here. We have a
That's all
Mandalorian
I
1
hope.
digital comic with framed collectible and more. And this all starts May the 4th. Now,
Come on, Chewbacca.
what can you tell us about the marketing behind
God,
this? What your
I
team's
said
working
this
on?
this morning.
Any
This shirt is
tidbits,
so
please?
wrinkled. Not that I really care.
Sure.
But
I will say from a production standpoint, from the teams that made this, these are these are the most detailed digital collectibles I think we've ever
really?
released. The amount of research that went into creating these, conceptualizing them, and basically doing as close to screen accurate as our memory will allow. And by memory, I mean we're not busting the app because we put an asset on the app that's too gigantic for it to load.
Yeah,
these are the most highly detailed collectibles.
I mean, when they
I think
came to
you'll
me
ever
for
see,
Johnny French to
up to this
be
point from Star
on
Wars,
there, the
some of the
details are
highlights.
really
Can you scroll down
amazing.
just so I'm
yeah. Let me
talking
just
out of
scroll
turn?
down a little
Give me
bit right
the
here to what's coming. Here's the section right
Okay.
here. with
All right,
all
what's
4 that
coming?
they've announced, or 5 or 6 or whatever.
I think the one thing that I feel okay teasing would be that cross section stormtrooper helmet.
Yeah.
That
This right
for
here.
us is sort of probably the highlight release amongst the whole thing. What makes it important is we're writing history. We're really writing history with all of these. None of these collectibles have ever been released in premium digital format, officially licensed from Lucasfilm.
I want to be
It's the
wearing
first time in the world
history.
it's ever happened, and it'll never happen again for the first time ever. And so our advertisements, all of the things that we're doing to reach out to new people reflect that.
Nice.
There's
Right.
a large campaign behind the scenes pushing for this. We'll have a beautiful website that my team worked really hard to put together, full of some amazing visuals. But that cross-section helmet specifically is the first completely realistic, movie accurate. It's not even movie accurate because there's never been an interior display of a stormtrooper helmet that's been approved by Lucasfilm.
Right.
And so our crosscut helmet, and specifically that one, will be sort of the example that the world will be able to use. Like you, Aaron, you're in the 501st Legion.
Right.
As you guys build, you have to meet certain specifications to get into the Legion, right? Like your armor, whatever it is you're choosing to be, needs to be an exact way. This helmet will be the standard in which people will use to understand what the interior of that helmet should look like. And so I'm really, really excited for that one. Obviously, I'm a man. Look behind me. Like,
does that mean Evolved is going to make a 3D print?
I'm a big Mando fan. I mean, that comic right there is Mandalorian #1, right?
You love it. Yeah.
And much like the Return of the Jedi #1, with this one, you're getting 4 really epic,
Tom,
exclusive
you're
to
so
DV
excited.
only variants
I have
for
hope.
it. And another compliment,
Just like everyone hopes when they watch the
you
show,
just got
will
a
be
frame
entertaining.
comic.
They're always disappointed, but you just never know when that switch
for this
that
one,
little switch that
you
happens
get
and this
a
becomes
framed comic
entertaining,
also
or I
for free. But
fall
this
over and
is
die
way
live
better.
on stream, something like
It's
that.
just
Knock on
wait
wood.
till you see the frame. Like, it's gonna blow your mind. But yeah, there's we'll talk about this probably more in the next live. I bet in the next live stream.
Oh, the next live, I think we'll just break it all down. We'll probably just do almost only Star Wars. There'll be other stuff too that's
I'll be
super exciting
that for sure.
Is not Star Wars related in May. But just touch on that really quickly before we go, Corey, because I know we're not going to get into like exactly what's happening. We really want people to be surprised and delighted and just like astounded by like what we're going to show, and it's all coming out very soon. So the thing about the marketing aspect of it, and so you mentioned a website. I know you don't want to talk too much about it, but how worth it? Like, normally how we release and blog and social posts and lead posts and all that stuff, and sometimes videos, which are great. This is totally like another level in regards to what your team is working on. And can you hint on that a little bit?
This is a highly a more interactive website display that gives you the entire product line for the entire month, all in one place. We tried to replicate more of the design elements that StarWars.com uses. So a new person coming to the platform, that hits an ad, will click that ad, hit that page, and it'll feel like they're home. Because that's the point. It's literally the point of what we do as a content team and really as a digital collectible company is we're not just selling things. We're trying to sell
I collect all stores on and off EV,
and so,
even have a store.
That's how I look at things like a website.
Like
it needs to be
real,
more
like
than
a real
just,
sports car.
a bunch of static images
Not just
that have
a
some metadata
little one like I
information
have to
listed
get.
underneath it. It needs to be visually
Is it like
rich.
official?
It
I
needs
gotta
to be
look this
fun
up.
to scroll. Like you need to be
Oh
finding
wait,
like
is it the
pertinent historical
Challenger
information.
Charger?
And so it's really solid. I'm really excited for it to all go out. Still an approval process.
Right.
But it's going to be good stuff.
It's the-
Oh, absolutely
Yeah!
awesome. This is
Oh,
great,
I
everybody. That's
fucking
all we
hate
can
you.
tell you. Unfortunately, now we did, we want
Yeah,
you guys.
I might be in
forgot
trouble
about
already.
that.
I don't know.
No, I think
Oh
it's all the stuff we
man.
covered.
I can't
too.
get in trouble anymore.
You're good.
How many
Just
of those did
release
they
it now.
make?
No, we have to wait. But it's all going to be amazing, you guys coming
Oh,
up,
I
and
thought they were gonna
just
wait.
enjoy it, have some fun,
Stormtrooper Cadillac
and,
service
when it happens. And you know, if you're a Star Wars fan, go see the movies, go do all the stuff that's coming out. The Star Wars celebration, you know, that happened, you know, just a week or so
Wow.
ago on socials. Everybody was like enjoying all of that with content. And you know, we won't stop in just
Oh,
May,
okay.
so you'll have to see
Oh,
what
it's
else
a
we got
oh, it's
for
a
you guys,
Mustang.
guys.
Okay,
It's
okay.
absolutely amazing. But I can't wait for it. Thanks for Corey for giving a little insight in there. Well, next week we'll break it all down. Like
Didn't they
in
do a
time,
Charger
and,
too?
I think
they
we'll
did a
let
Charger
everybody
also.
see it first and see what you guys all do. With,
That's what
with
we
it.
tuned
And
in for.
there
The
is the one
cross section
thing,
helmet is the
I know
cross
that the
section.
new user thing is a really big deal too. New Star Wars fans who don't know Veve, that's going to be really cool.
Oh,
what
where's
you
my
guys are
damn it
working on
doll?
with that kind of aspect of it, which I think people will really love, along with, you know, the affiliate program, you know, which
Hey,
is also
I'm here
really kind
only
of
to make
interesting as
sure
well,
that
and how that all
Majin
goes
does not
together,
win.
for all future stuff about what you guys do. Your team is just, I can't tell everybody how hard his team's, Corey's team's working right now on this stuff. And I think you guys are really going to love it. So let's leave it at that for now. And we got to get going here pretty quick. Now, we did have, you know, some your interview that's coming up with Jay Lee that it's going to go live on YouTube right now. If you guys want to go to our YouTube page, like, you know, you're on our YouTube.
It won't let me do what I wanted to do.
If you want to go to the video, we're gonna put it live right after this. And
I'm glad you made that comment because I had to do something big, but it's not working.
Big shout out to everybody for coming out today. Thank you so much to our mods.
Thank you.
And you know, make sure you have fun. Make sure you're going around to everybody, all our content creators in the community are doing such great work. Make sure you're supporting them, going around, saying hi to them, sharing their spaces.
Yeah, support me. Say hi.
And remember,
tell me to go to wherever I need to go.
Growing. If you're on other platforms, make sure you celebrate them as well.
Big,
We're all about
the big news
space moving together.
Is that Tommy's
there's a lot
got
of really
the
cool
Star
stuff
Wars
that's
Mustang
happening across all different platforms right now. That is really exciting for the digital collecting community, which is what we're in. And we just want to all grow together. So make sure you guys are supporting the whole movement, because that's why we're here. It's super fun. And yeah, we love your feedback.
Absolutely.
You got anything you want to say before you hit this up there, Corey?
No, just tease this out. So we're going to close the video out, and I'm going to give you the end.
Everyone say
of
hi.
The interview video
and hit those
some final words from Jay as to why he thinks you should be interested in this one-for-one artwork. A little from the heart.
It's not letting me do what I want to do, Big A.
Talk, and
I'll tell you later.
I
don't understand why.
Show that we're humans doing human jobs.
I was
that
told
we are
I
fallible.
could do that.
So we appreciate all of you coming by, chatting with us. We ran a little bit over, so we didn't get to as many comments, but you know, we will do better in the future. And so the next one, happy collecting, everyone.
Wait, did they take?
Just know that in this world of AI created art.
Oh, they took away my comment. What
kind of art is just drawn traditionally. It comes from the heart. It's the purest manifestation.
Oh, my balls. Let's see. Here's good news. I grew another hair on my balls and it's gray. Right? Yeah, we got some really big alpha.
Watching, be sure to download the mobile app available.
Let's go to
on
the
both
first
Android
alpha.
and Apple.
Hold
you can
on.
go to vv.me.
Right here. Let's see. Here, let me just shut that down. All right. So Tommy, he's got the Stormtrooper sports car. I do too. No, damn you, CNET. This is what I got. That's all I could afford. And my dog took a shit on it. So yeah, it's not good. No, he's got, wait, is this it? See, this is what I thought he had. I don't know, but he left. Yeah, unbelievable, everyone. All right, let's go back and let's go here and pretend like we found something big. Oh my God, we're getting a helmet cut in half, everyone. I'm making fun, but trust me, we're going to be excited. I hope. Please, God. Oh, you shared. Okay, hold on. Let's go check this. Am I allowed to share this with everyone? Nothing makes me happier. Oh wait, where did you share it on? Like a regular tweet? Oh, holy crap. Look at this. You got to be effing kidding me. That's pretty badass. All right, can I share it? Oh yeah, it's on Twitter. I can share it. What am I thinking? All right, there we go. Look at that. Okay, that's pretty cool. My wife's sister would love that. How much is that going to cost us to get her that? That's pretty badass. All right, I like it. What's up, Denny OC? Good to see you. Ahoy, ahoy. We made it through that. I fell asleep like 5 times, but we made it. You're back. And he's spray painting too. He's doing graffiti. Ronnie, when Ronnie on V, let me make this look a little better. It's almost impossible, but I'll try. When there, he liked that. What is up, New Tactics? Good to see you. I saw you commenting a lot, ruining my fucking chance of winning that prize. Of course, Majin was in there, ruining my chance to win the prize. I never win. I feel like if I ask for it, that's a guaranteed you're not going to get it. According to Brock, like you got to pull teeth even just to pay for your own stuff to give away. Yeah, we all be grinding in there. My one goal is to make sure Scar did not get another win. I absolutely couldn't. Yeah, he'd be sweet. What's up, Mahalo Joe? Good to see you. And everyone should be checking out Mahalo Joe. His content's awesome, especially on Tuesdays with that. So yeah, absolutely. He's scamming. He's got something going on. I was talking to my wife. She's like, she's like, I'm gonna get in trouble for that. She's like, yeah, he's doing something crazy. I want to know when more music. Not, yeah, totally. They have the tech for sure. What's up, Digital Vibes? What's going on? When are you gonna like take over the space again? So I don't have to do this anymore. His stuff's so good. Maybe Star Wars. Maybe this is gonna happen. Maybe Star Wars month is gonna make it happen. I mean, I truly believe that a helmet cut in half is what's going to take us to the next level, everyone. Yes. Where is this thing? There you go. This is it. It's going to change everything for anyone who has a 3D printer. Be proactive and hit them up, Ronnie. Don't wait. Yeah, don't wait. I'll put in a good word for you, but that may not help you. I just had to go show the Cuddy. Oh, you didn't sell the car? Man, I'm not cut out for car sales. Yeah, it only works when you have a cheap car and you can sell it at the lowest price. That's easy. I did that. I had a crappy car and the dealership said they were going to give me $1,600 for it. And I literally gave the guy a middle finger and I sold it. Was it that? I sold it the next day for $4,200, like without trying. It was a joke. It was an absolute joke. Once I get the first Ronnie Lido collectible 3D printed from Evolved, people will want that. That's true. That is true, Ronnie. I could see people wanting those. So I'm glad you got that. That would be cool. So anything cool announced? Yes. The coolest thing is that this right here. Hold on. I gotta find it again. I showed it this morning. But this very well could be the coolest thing that they're going to be releasing right here, everyone. Hold on. Damn it. I got to get my production team sucks. They're all fired. All right, here we go. Let's see if we can get this working here. This is official right here. Is that not fucking exciting? Look at that. That is like, you can literally put my Johnny French head on the back of the X-Wing. That is what everyone wants, right? What's up, Dr. Strange? We're still kind of like getting over whatever happened to us with those AI agent bot things we talked to last night. But look, it looks like Veve is going to like do really well. There you go. Definitely check out Mahalo. And of course, all the good content creators, Dr. Strange, freaking Digital Vibes, everyone in here. New tactics. Curious. Let's see. Oh, wait. We'll do this first. I don't have the final concepts finished yet for Ronnie Lido brand stuff. All being worked out almost daily in my spare time, which is cool. It's going to come from the heart and it will look good. So yeah, let me know. You know, I'll be there to support you. Curious if the helmet's open like a Total Recall. Would that not be cool? Where they go like, and then just, yeah, that would be, I don't know. That would be kind of cool. Yeah, this piece right here, it was so like, I was talking to David Yu and I said, I really want to give back to the people. So when you drop this, I think you should price it at, you give everyone 1 gem for getting it. And it will sell out. Like I guaranteed him. I said, if you do that, this is selling out. So let me know your thoughts. If only I had a friend that wanted to do 3D model for me, stuff would get done quicker. I'm a one-man show for sure. Well, they keep using the term cross section. So if that's literal, then they will be cut in half in some sort of way, right? Yeah, I'm so excited about next month, especially with this piece right here. I mean, everyone wants Johnny French. They're just coming through the woodwork. Yeah, and with Big A trying to help me figure out what's going on with this. What are we getting here? With this special, it is kind of weird because it seems like we're gonna get all 3, but then it says this. They're honoring the legacy with this special character. So who is that? And then this will, of course, be the diorama. So there's only 2 themes here, according to this, according to Big A, which I think is true. Does the article still say interactive X-Wing with R2 in the Viviverse? Haven't checked. Yes, I believe so. Well, isn't that what I did here? Look, oh no, I guess it doesn't say on here. I say it though. And whatever I say is good as gold plate. It's as good as gold plated. So do with that as you will. But we might get these pod racers. Look, I'm interested. Like I know I'm joking here, but I really am excited. Google cross-section Stormtrooper helmet this morning and see basically what it will be. All right, well, we'll have to check that out. Let's see. There's still a giveaway going on my channel, All Things Strange, supported by Veve. Okay, hold on a second here. Oh, fuck this. What am I thought you already were, dude. I don't here. I feel bad that you weren't because I really thought you already were. All right, Doctor Strange, go ahead and can you put the link in here? What do we have to do? Do I have to like kiss you and spin in a circle to get the win? Go check it out. But you're a mod now, so go ahead and put that link in for everyone. Yeah, I've seen that. Big A, but you think they could still claim a first time ever done this? Oh, that's a good point. They did say first time ever. So what the hell is this thing? It's a Stormtrooper helmet. I can't believe they cross section. All right, here it is. Let's check it out. Okay. What the hell is this thing? It's like, am I looking? That's it? Is that it? Oh my Lord. Trooper's helmet? Is that it? You think Venus was a part of the big guns they were talking about? Who was saying they were from Futureverse or something like that? I think they really did want to like have fudding. Talking about the lady that Dr. Prophet and Dr. Strange and myself and Sleeping Comics, we were talking to them last night. Unfortunately, during the Collector's Hub, it was a half hour later, but yeah, that's what we're talking about. Let's see. We're going to get real life pod racers soon. Yeah, I mean, oh wait, you're saying like we can actually in real life? That cross-section thing is pretty amazing, I must say. Let's see, I'm sure the drops will look amazing, but it always comes down to price, mints, and tags, FA special. Absolutely. Like, I hope they have good chasers. Casey BMW was the one who said, do something like the Stormtroopers, where you have, 10,000 or 15 or whatever you have some chasers in there and have lots of good mints. And $10, then you can go for some and you can get lucky. There you go. So check out Dr. Strange. So he still has the giveaway. Check it out. Give him a like, follow the rules, and you'll probably be like me and not win, but still it's worth a try. Definitely worth a try. It definitely does now. Digital Vibe. Let's see. Okay. Leave a comment on your favorite Thunderbolts #1 cover on the app dropped from today. And I think you should add this. This is, hold on. Let's see if I still have it here from this morning. Where are you? There we go. Here we go. This is what, in case you missed it this morning, everyone, because I have a child's mind. This is my horrible comics and collectible, but I really feel like you should add this to the collection, Doctor Strange, for the win. Lightning screws, Thunderbolts, like they strike fast, they screw harder. What do you think? Is that a winner? Do I win? Yes, it could be something like that. With just animation. Okay, that would be cool. I mean, we'll have to see what happens. Yep, Arrow Point Energy is going to be public in their future. That's my prediction. I got some time. If you want to send me an invite, I'd love to talk more about the space. All right, let's go ahead and do it. I can go for a little. I'm not going to go too long because I'm freaking tired, but let's do it. Let's do this thing. All right. Let me get to you, Doctor. I know I just talked to you, so it should not be too far down here. There we go. All right. You've got it. You have it now. Just come on in. Come on down. Let's see. I want to see the details of the inside of the Vader's helmet. Wait, is it a Vader's helmet? No, I don't think it's a Vader's helmet. It's this, right? This is basically, I mean, that's not exactly it. I don't think so. Hold on. I'm closing Windows down. Wait, where the heck is my, I lost my thing. There you go. What is up, Master Roni? Yes, this out. You've got it right here. We're getting a cross section on my brain. There's not much in there. I'm sorry to disappoint everyone. By the way, Master Roni's got it on the 27th, so in 3 days. On Sunday, they're doing a big game. It's on Discord, right? With Swamping number 5-2, and they're gonna be doing a giveaway of the premium. So, like, you know, only beta testers have that. So whoever gets it, that's gonna be a big prize, plus 2 other prizes. It looks really cool. And we're going to be playing it with Dan also next Wednesday. So exciting stuff. And just come on in, Doctor. But yeah, nothing really that great. I forgot about the VV Live video again. I was editing VV Verse video. Yeah, nothing crazy. There you go. You got it. Been following your mad respected work ethic lately with all your. He's been killing it for sure. Yep, you got it. Digital Vibes, you probably don't want to come on too. I was like, you can come on too if you want to talk about this stuff. Utility, like airdrops crafting is cool too, but it always destroys the price short term. Yeah, that's true. It's definitely true. Oh, Vader's helmet for future drop. Yeah, I would definitely be happy. I'm so curious what we're gonna get. Thanks, Ronnie. Tomorrow I'm releasing this cool new video showcasing the pyramid build. Are you almost done with that? There's a movie scene of the inside of Vader helmet. Huh. I mean, what if he could get some digital version of that? That would be pretty cool. Where's the hamster at? If that's your brain, right? There's not much there. Rim shot. Discord, yes. If anyone wants to join, give me your username so I can invite you guys to play. Yeah. And you can put that in here too. I just truly wish that I could run these spaces on my computer easier. You can now, though, right? I'm very bummed out that I can't get in there and enjoy the Vivaverse the way I was hyped for. You mean just because, like, you got to have like a pretty decent computer to do it? Because it's definitely, even on my computer, which I just doubled the memory, it's not enough. I had to go through and like fix some stuff. I'll tell you what, though, what would be really cool is if we got the Star Wars logo, and I think Casey BMW was talking about that. If we got that, I think that would be good. I think that would be good. All right, let's bring Doctor on. What is that? You're so small. We're so small here. Let's make it larger here. I normally don't like to be big up on here, but whatever. All right, there we go. I'm going to move you up a little bit in case we have to pull up a chat and you don't get blocked out. What's going on, man? Are you
Chilling,
you
chilling,
still in
shit.
Llama Land after last night?
Oh man, nah, it was cool, man. I've been in those type of spaces before. I know, like, you probably came around a little bit later. Um, as far as like, especially even on Twitter, right? So, yeah, man, I used to be in the spaces that turn real fuddy real quick before you even knew what was going on. Like before the term futter even got out there, I was seeing it happening in
You
real
were
time.
seeing
This was like, I don't know what's going on. Some of these complaints are like either above my pay grade or I don't even, it's not affecting me. So I could only empathize so much with whatever their issue was.
right, exactly. I totally
And
agree with that.
the thing is, though, is if you were to take like a snapshot of Flutter's complaints from a year and a half ago and
Right.
listen to it, like 80 to 90% of what they're talking about doesn't even exist today anymore.
Exactly. I think that's the problem. Like people, they're living in like la la land. Like it's not, a lot of the problems aren't here. So I don't get it.
Yeah, exactly. So it's like the stuff that they are able to latch onto happened at a really super early time or only affected a very small percentage of people. And the
Exactly.
reality also is that we've had those spaces already where they're leading with that in the forefront. Like,
Right.
this is our issue. This is our issue. So you've done that already for like a year now. So it's like, yeah, you're not going to come into a neutral space, even if it's a neutral space,
You're
and
still gonna
find
get
the majority of futters there first, leading with that. Like, it's going to be whoever's still active. So whoever's still
exactly.
active would most likely be speaking positively. And
Well, especially now, but like I feel like all the holes have been filled, like except for interoperability. I feel like almost with Stacker, like almost every hole that's been been there is pretty much filled. Yeah, yeah. There's little things, whatever, but like you know, OMI to NFT or crypto to NFT, that's there. VV is there. I mean, these holes are getting closed. So yeah, I don't get it. I don't get.
well, that's why I say I think some of it has to do with your own personal perspective, which is only going to be based on what you know about when you kind of came in, because
Right.
all of these other issues would kind of seem like real left field to you if you came in after those points in time. So, for
Right.
example, like I won't say who I was talking to, but somebody you all know that's been in and out of this space, content creator, and they were voicing opinions about why they're still kind of on the fringe and still angry. Let's say it's about the Viviverse, right? So
Right.
they'll say from their perspective, all they see is a Viviverse that was built on cavernous, and at the end
Right.
of the day, they can't do in the Viviverse what they could even do in spatial right now, for example. So when you take that into account, with the fact that in the early days, even on Vivi's website, supposedly it said, Viviverse coming 0.10, whatever it said, and it showed pictures of, you have people who complain about the timeline of it coming, because at first it seemed like when they announced it, it was coming like the next year in the spring or
Right.
something. Then
Right. It
that
was
didn't
always right around
happen.
the corner.
Right. So it's like all these different things happen, but like the way I put it to this person, I'm like, well, if they were building it on their own at first and did have an iteration of it, and then a year later, even if they were real close to bringing it out, what if by at that time you have a cavernous out there, and that cavernous is showing you that, like, if you at least build on this and at least build on the new Unreal, you're kind of
Right.
setting yourself up for a future to where things will probably just work easier together, work easier with the app, all of
Right.
these things. So now you got a hard pivot, and now you just technically kind of wasted money and time and all of that for last year that building your
Exactly.
own VVverse. So for
Right.
anybody to think like they wanted to do that and waste all that money is silly. Like, I don't
Right.
understand. Like, sometimes you have to take hard. This is tech. You know what I
Right.
mean? And integration of new things is what really is the real catalyst behind all of this. It's not the IPs, it's not none of that. It's not the brands, it's the tech behind it. Because
Yeah.
like
And
one of the newest things I just saw floating around, bro, is a little thin pad. It's a clear pad you could put on your hand, different places on your body, but mainly it's for the hands. And basically it'll make you feel like you're interacting with the 3D objects.
really,
Yeah, and it's just a thin piece of tape.
like feedback, or is it?
Yeah, like if you feel like when you're grabbing something
Oh, that's
virtually, you're
interesting.
gonna feel it. And this is what Vivi needed. Like when I first came in contact with Vivi and even went to the first Comic Con, like if you look at their digital board that they had going with Marvel, it said something like interact with your collectibles in a new way or something like that. That was
Interesting.
their moniker. It wasn't
Right.
collectors at heart. It was something like that. So when you think about that in conjunction with AR, and like the comics and crypto, they had like a little trailer, a little thing they always, put together with Kevin in it where he like holds his hand out and the lightsaber goes into his hand. That
Right.
totally fit into my vision of what I see for this in the future, and I didn't get in this project thinking we would be living that reality within 2 or even
Oh,
3
right, like
years.
right away. But we're
Yeah, because
here, we're the like. I think you're right, like even our vision or your vision or whatever it is. There's a lot of time for that to develop. There's technologies that could develop that, like like we're getting these supercomputers now. We have no clue like what we're going to be able to do. And it's probably not right this second, but things move fast, like especially with tech. It's like every 6 months things go crazy, right? They're doubling their speed, everything, their capabilities. So but I feel like we're getting there, and it seems now like with the future verse and all of this, maybe we're getting back into these metaverses being something, and that would be cool, especially with Vivi, getting their stuff. I'm excited to see what's going to happen. What's up, Chamba Fett? Good to see you, man.
Jumbo,
There we go. What's up? Good to have you here. Yeah, lots of exciting stuff. By the way, just real quick, let me see if I've got this here. We've got a quick update here. I'm just going to go ahead and play this. Let's go check this out.
On me, check the stat. What's the word with a price at? On the charts, just doing its thing. Crypto moves, no bling, no swing.
I've never seen so much green on the screen here. Look at this. Damn it. I missed my chance, everyone. I meant to buy this. I know, right?
right?
Almost
It's been
just
a minute, right?
I'd hate to look at 7 days. Hold on.
Oh,
Now let's just say that didn't happen. All right, but look,
wow.
we're making Wes happy. Look at that. Like,
Wow.
I'm excited about this whole stacker. Let's just reject all those cookies. If they were real cookies, I'd not be fucking rejecting
Yeah,
them,
we
but
would
they're
not
not.
be.
So right? But look at that. I mean, I think and stacker on Monday, this is going to go up. With everything that's going on, Vivi. Look, not everything's perfect, and I know we said we're going to talk about kind of like what happened on our ambush or whatever we want to call it yesterday. There are good things. I don't think anything's going to be an absolute. I'm going to just take this. I don't think there's going to be an absolute like panacea out there for the company. I feel like they're moving, and I cannot wait until we hear what Vivi is doing with this Star Wars stuff. Like there's something that we don't know that's going to be big, and I just can't wait because we really need something. What is up, Evolved? We're waiting for you to get Ronnie Lito's logo so we can get him to start selling that. Let's go. What is up, Hanano? Good to see you, man. Hey guys, what's good? Omi's in the green today. So if you were like Big A and bought it yesterday, you probably made some money.
Wow.
I'm not good enough to do that. I
Yeah.
can't do it. My guts can't take it. What there you go. What's up, Mass Omi? We like killers in here. It's always my favorite. So what do you think? Are you excited about the half helmet? Does that excite you?
Yes, my excitement is growing. It's a, physical collectible I'm familiar with throughout the years. I've never been like a Lego guy too much, but I do remember seeing different versions of this helmet, like a Lego one and then one that was like a cast iron or die cast or whatever they call that. Oh snap, Cold chilling in the house.
Hey, what's up, man?
Tony, word. Race these pod races. Good question. So yeah, I'm loosely familiar with it, and I mean the fact that they're mentioning AR with it
Exactly.
is very interesting.
Or
I think that we're crossing over. I think they were waiting for the VB verse, but I think we're crossing over into the time period soon where those different vehicles that have the verbiage saying, this may one day interact with.
yeah,
Yes,
right.
I think we're getting close now.
Yeah, no, we're there. Didn't I already told you this is official here?
Oh,
The
that's
X-Wing, right? The
Johnny.
X-Wing's gonna be freaking. This is amazing, everyone. Johnny French is interactive
Oh,
in my head, but that still counts because I'm crazy.
it's
But
official
we
in
do
your
have
head.
this. We got the pod racers. You think like we're not getting all of these? Like, what are
What are we
we?
getting, right?
We're gonna get this, right? Anakin Skywalker.
Anakin, yeah. It would have to be the most notable one. Like, people would be disappointed if they just gave us Mars Guo down there.
Right.
What the
They
hell
gave
is
us
that?
the Johnny French version, which isn't even on there because it's so bad. They'd be like, "Forget, I'm leaving VV." I hate
Oh,
that.
Lord.
But there's definitely. Look, I'm excited. Last year was freaking a big disappointment. We got that trash compactor, whatever that thing was. Right.
Oh, man.
You know what's up. Cold chilling, man. Good to see you. I hope the
I'll be right back.
YouTube
I'm still
channel's
here.
coming together. Oh, yeah.
I'm
I hope
still
that
here.
YouTube channel's coming together. And Big A, how
Yes,
dare
yes.
you not buy Omi yesterday?
Man.
That was your big chance. I'm gonna mute him. I'll mute him for a second just in case he's gonna have sex or something. Shaka bra. There we go. So are we getting the Falcon? Let's manifest it into we better. Avni, good to see you. Let's see what do we got going there. Avni Noir Studios. All right, like now I'm interested in what you are. Are you a VV person? Let's see. Channel. How do I if I go to channel? What do we got here? All right, we got shorts. I like it. Oh, okay, there we go. Oh, you've got wonder if you've done the VV verse. You should go check it out. Scan that code on the screen there. Get some free money, and you make me money. Literally, you can get free. Just scan that code there. It's not a virus. It's free gems from VV. Check it out. Please join. I've not had anyone join in like a month. It might make me look better. Are we getting the Millennium Rooster? Right. Exactly. Oh, are you serious? Like, this is the year. Like, they need to do something big. We need the Millennium Falcon. Does Johnny eat tacos or taco? Oh my Lord. I'll stick to squid. Tucson gets it. I don't get it, but I kind of get it. Yes, he is. I feel terrible eating taco. I'll stick to squid. Okay, now you're making me look up stuff, people. What is taco? No, now it literally brought up tacos. It's Japanese. What the hell is it? Oh no, it's just a town. Oh, hold on, I gotta unmute. There you go. I had you muted because I could hear you. So
appreciate it.
I didn't know if you were murdering somebody. I didn't want to catch. I wanted to give you an alibi. So you're
you
good
heard
to
the
go.
knife come out the sheath. That's what it was, and I was trying to mute it. And yeah,
what is taco? Do you know what? Oh, octopi. Okay, that's so tire. It's like eating a tire. Have you ever had octopus?
I've had fried calamari before. I've had it made good where it totally turned me off, and I said I'm never eating this again. And then after that point, I've had it made right, and it had to be fresh.
Yes,
and it was great. It was amazing.
I had the best place I've ever had it. Like I've had it at like an Italian restaurant where they cook it tableside and it's fresh.
Oh my God!
Oh, it's so good.
That's crazy.
It's definitely really good. If you pound the taco with a hammer, it is not tough. Don't tell my wife that. All right, we'll just not.
Just gonna try with your head. It's work.
Exactly. All right, so we've got half helmets. We got a 50% helmet. We're gonna get Star Stormtroopers. So I'm really believing, and that's May 4th. So I really believe that's going to be again one of these things like $10. I think it'll be cheap. I don't know this for sure.
That'll be a good idea.
But that would be we need something like that. We need like
Right. Troopers are like a dime a dozen, you know, so they should be like $10. You know, it's expendable. They can't shoot good.
Right, exactly. It's just what we need. Yeah, I'm with you, Kryptoni. I like the chicken.
I'm also with Kryptoni. He made a comment earlier, man. How long do we gotta wait for Chewbacca, bro? What's
I
going on?
know, totally. This would also be another thing that we should have. And who knows? This is like this damn mic. I'm gonna punch it. The I hate this fucking thing. All right, maybe I'll just make it lower. It's not like it makes the stream look better.
Yeah, and I can hear you still just as good.
Right. I mean, it just looks like this big freaking dick in front of me or something.
I'm glad you said it. I didn't want to say it.
Yes, and more though. That's the big thing is the and
Oh.
more.
Mm.
If you're just joining, hit that like button so I don't get pissed off. Yeah, and more. So could be Chewbacca. I don't know what else could it be.
I don't know, but when I go to Cali for the first time ever, I'm meeting up with Kryptoni because he eats like I do. Steaks well done, wings fried hard, baby.
Oh,
That's what I'm
definitely
talking
wings fried hard. I hate it when they're like fatty, like, oh, I want that crispy, but the steak,
I feel you. I feel you. You immediately. What are you? A bloody, an extra bloody guy?
I medium rare. I can't do
Medium?
rare. Like I
Okay.
can't like you can't like kill the damn thing next to me and hand me the meat. I'm not eating that. But you can throw it on for like 1.5, 2 minutes aside, maybe a little
right.
longer, and get me
Little
that
sear,
medium rare.
like a little nice seal.
Yes, exactly. No, you got it. Death Star for sure. I want it. The Death Star. It would pair well with
Yeah,
yes.
that's what I'm saying, man. I mean, however, I would say that what would pair well with Andor currently would be that X-wing that they're showing us right now. That I mean, sorry, the TIE fighter. That TIE fighter is mean, man. That thing is mean.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't mind a traditional TIE fighter, but this new one looks crazy. Hanano, I don't know what you think about this.
I mean, I'm gonna be honest, the only thing I don't really care about is the comic.
Right. That's what
I don't know what this framed collect. I don't know what that means.
Exactly.
Is that a
Kryptoni.
digital? I don't know. Meat
Right.
is for poor people. Did you know this is total side note because I have the facts here. Did you know lobster used to be poor people food?
Yes.
Like,
If it
why
was
can't
just
I
in a
live in
front-
that time? Like,
Right.
like now I could be like, listen, you fuckers, I'm eating lobster.
Right.
Go eat your damn steak.
Right.
I've got lobster. Right?
I mean, I'm so poor. That's why I'm eating a burger right now. You know what I'm saying?
Hey,
I'm eating
you
it
got to
right
do what
now,
you got to
baby.
do.
I'm so poor.
I've been doing pork shoulders. If you slow cook them, oh my god, so freaking good. That
Well-
might be poor people food, but I don't care. It's fucking good. Like that's the thing. Like, okay, so there's actually a lot of food out there, poor people, but they learned how to cook it so good.
That's right.
You're missing out. You're
That's
missing out because I'd sometimes rather have that stuff than
Oh yeah. I mean, things. A lot of things in my lineage are considered poor people food. We are the face of what's considered poor in America, right? So, back in the times of post slavery and things like that, you had to. This is where you get the whole thing of Big Mama in the kitchen, and making the dishes that we made them in a way so that it was stretched to feed a lot of people. So like
exactly.
Grits, for example, you're taking corn and you're mashing that down to a
I love
meal,
grits.
right? So
yeah,
all
that's
of the
bullshit
things-
that food's poor. Now, I will say poor people, and this is not on the culture because I had a manager who worked for me who's from the Philippines. Some of that food is actually kind of gross, but some of it's really good. But one of the things that he gave me was like pig snout.
Oh Lord.
And it tasted exactly like you think cartilage would taste like.
Oh my God, I can't do it.
It was so bad. And then they eat balut. I had that before. That's the egg that's like 18 days old. So it's like, it's delicious. There's nothing better than eating a dead chick and feeling that crunchy beak.
My God. No.
Oh, it's horrible.
Isn't that like French cuisine or something like that?
I don't know. But there's other stuff that's like freaking delicious, right? And he was a chef, like he was really good.
5-star, yeah.
There was just some of that stuff that like you can't make pig snout taste good,
right?
You
You can't
make chicken ass taste good.
Yeah, you can't season your way out of certain stuff.
Right. Exactly.
But then again, maybe you can because look what a hot dog is. It's eyeballs.
No, that is true. It's eyeballs, assholes, and
right.
Yeah, I don't even know what I'll only eat the beef ones, but
Yeah.
even then, like you're getting, cow asshole
Right.
instead of rice. So I'm just getting
Yeah,
different.
it's not a combo of
Right,
ass.
right. Thank you. I
Just stick to
appreciate
one.
hot dog people. Let's see. Meat eaters do not get to heaven. Well, okay. I don't know. That makes no sense to me. Is that true, Ronnie? That's crazy. Chewbacca is my favorite Star Wars. So he's saying they didn't drop Chewbacca because Star Wars are very picky when it comes to his hair texture. It needs to look exactly how it is in me. That's fair. I mean, they certainly don't want it looking like Electra. Because that would
Hey
the
man,
only
I
one
was
who'd
looking
be
at that secret rare the other day. Like, should I do it? I don't
she's
know.
man, I've seen so many things I want to buy, but I'm trying to keep my gems. It's hard. It's hard.
My gem count is real low. You might
It's
see your
it's
boy on the
not.
market in the next couple of days, man. You might see me on the market.
Oh my lord. I tried to just trying to sell something is hard. You got to sell it for like half off of whatever it's
The
listed at.
floor is right.
It's ridiculous. Like you're
Yeah.
taking a loss. It's like our Star Trek green, whatever the hell, the Romulan thing.
Oh
Like
yeah.
it's like $1 now. Like
What?
it's not
Um,
$1, but it's not. It's like
wow.
it's those things get to the point where you're like, I'm just gonna hold on to it. I'd
Yeah.
rather like crumple it up in my hand and throw it in the virtual trash if that's even
Exactly.
possible.
Exactly. That's where I'm at with a lot of stuff too, though. I feel like the most liquid things right now would be like comics, if anything. Collectibles feel a little stale or something.
Yeah, I mean, there's this they need to slow down. Tucson saying we weren't black in our previous life. In some of your lives, you were women. I believe I was a dung beetle. There's just something about me that feels like my last life was really shitty, and I
Well,
think like just
I'd say according to what they say about humans' history on this planet, the
I'm
further
pretty sure we were
you go,
black, right?
yeah, the further back you go, most
We
likely
were
you were black.
yeah, we were at least a very dark olive complexion or just black.
Hey, listen,
I mean,
man,
if you think
everything
about
has a
it,
starting point. You know what
the
I'm saying?
starting area hot.
Blackest of black is people that you barely even see walking around on the planet today, but they would be in like Ethiopia somewhere. You know what I'm saying? That's the blackest of black, bro. And then you have everything leading out of that, bro.
And
Out of
it
the
started,
darkness is light.
and that's where it started, right? So yeah,
So,
I'm with you. I'm with you. But Tucson will think that he knows what's up. Cabbage soup with spam. Have you ever? First of all, don't be messing with Kryptoni's Cabbage Club.
that's
Have
right.
you? I don't like cabbage, and I had spam at camp, and it was only because I was fat and hungry. We were on a camping trip, and he took out the spam, and all I could think of is how much rat turd and rat hairs are in that thing. But actually, when they cooked it, right, it actually was not bad when you're starving. It's just like a block of salt.
Right.
I wouldn't eat it today. I would not
Right.
eat it today, but I would eat it if that was the last thing on earth.
That's what they say.
Yeah, for sure.
So my thing is I pretty much grew up in a somewhat of an Islamic household, but a very healthy household. So
Right.
I grew up never eating pork.
So you keep what is it called? Like kosher for Jewish people.
Yeah, kind of, sort of. We would buy kosher,
Halal.
but halal wasn't a big thing yet. You
Oh,
know, like
really?
people from India or Arab countries really didn't come here till the mid to late 90s, as far as in New York, through immigration, like really flooding it to where they started opening businesses and bringing the whole delicatessen of the halal thing. But
Right.
when you kill an animal, first of all, like once a year at least, my pops would go on little retreats upstate New York or whatever, just how people, religious or not, would go hunting upstate. So like they would
That's
kill
cool.
buffalo, they would kill whatever, right? So a lot of Muslims, they would deal with goat. They wouldn't really eat pork. They wouldn't eat pork at all, and some of them wouldn't even mess with beef too tough. So they would just deal with goat. So let's say like they would have a farm.
Mhm.
The farm, the way the animals graze is like totally different. They're not raised with steroids. They're eating good food. And
Exactly.
also when they are going to be slaughtered,
Yeah.
they're not like
Whoops.
slaughtered by a big
Sorry.
machine
It's
and
a
stuff like
cut.
that. Yeah, and
Cut.
basically they're preyed upon first, and they're put into a calm state before they kill them. because when you kill an animal that's in fear, you're getting adrenaline.
Yes, the
you're getting,
tough. That's
yeah,
right. The
that's why the
muscles
meat.
tense up.
Yeah, that's
That's
why
right.
it's tensed up. Right.
Yep.
So my pops would come home once in a while with, straight raw goat. He would tell me, "You want to come? We're gonna slaughter the goat." I'm like, I'm not killing no animals, bro. Like, he ain't do nothing to me.
Right.
I'm not killing no. I'll eat his ass though after you done defeathering
Right.
and
If you do
doing
it
whatever
all, we're all
caring
good.
and shit. But so yeah, so that in itself, that process makes the meat halal. So for me growing up, I knew of halal in reference to just goat. So it wasn't until they brought
Goat
the whole
meat's awesome
culture
though.
here, right? And they were
It's
like,
so good.
no, any food that's not come in contact with pork has been preyed upon first, and it was made right. That's what makes it halal, versus haram.
Right. Interesting. Yeah, it's that whole like muscle thing, because even with like cows now, we're talking about Veve and now we're talking about cows, but like they have them go through like
Yeah, that
like tunnel like things, so they don't
that's
know what's going on,
it's like a
and then
process
they
center. But
yeah
then their boy right in front of them, they could see his ass get chopped up.
right, or they see I think they have a thing that goes through their brain or whatever. It's fast, but like with kosher, same thing. They got to kill it a special way.
Yes.
I feel like both of those are halal. It's higher quality, right? Obviously, it's more expensive because
Right.
do they have to pray over it too? Is that
I'm not
one of the processes, or is just how they kill it?
No, I'm saying they pray over it. Yeah.
Yeah, they pray over it. So there's a whole process to that,
Yeah.
which I think it's really cool, and it ends up that's gonna taste better. Is smoked watermelon a thing? Because that sounds
Yes.
fucking delicious.
Yes.
It
I
is.
still haven't had it, but it is a thing, and it sounds amazing.
Is it good? Like vegan things, is it good? Man, that sounds actually pretty good. Like everyone's like smoking like even alcohol. I don't really drink that much, so that wouldn't be a big thing for me. But I love smoked stuff, so
Right.
I might have to try that. I didn't even heard that. Let's see, long neck. What? Oh, Chewbacca. Oh, that's what he said. Okay. Let's see. Sometimes we are insects. Yeah, but that's why I told you I was a dung beetle just a million times in my life. There's new evidence that says we may not all be from Africa. I mean, maybe not. Doesn't really matter, I guess. Let's see. Spam is the epitome of mystery. It's like worse than a hot dog for sure. Yeah, it's worse than a hot dog though. I'm with Doc. I don't eat pork. I do eat pork. I didn't eat pork when I was younger, but now I eat it all the time. I do like it. I know it's crazy how popular spam is in 808. Spam and 808 is that area code? I guess that's what
vegan.
Yeah, and vegan spam. It's just like
now, what
tofu
would
with salt. It just
right.
tofu with salt and
like
and
pink,
whatever
pink flavor, like pink coloring.
It sounds horrible. Whatever it is. Are we? I feel like we're streaming over somebody because all of a sudden we had a bunch of people leave. Is somebody else streaming now? Is there? I don't know. We can go for a little bit longer. We got a few more people here. Let's see. All the time prayer don't help. Hawaiians can't enough spam. You can't get enough spam. I don't know. I've got enough spam. Do you think a can of spam would do well on Veve if they sold it for our kitchens? No.
Yeah, I don't know, but I know it would resonate with a lot of people. Just that iconic logo.
That's true. We did get and I know you've got one too. We did get the KFC pin. It's literally one of my favorite things. Why? It shouldn't be, but it is.
Right.
I don't know.
I mean, really bro, when you're sitting in a restaurant, if you happen to be, you might just want to pull out the kernel, have them behind the counter. Like, it's crazy. I've seen some really creative stuff.
I wonder if I get some free like a free biscuit if I showed that. Could you imagine if you show your pin, you get one free biscuit each visit with a purchase? Of course.
Or take a picture in restaurant in AR and post it to social, and then show someone at the counter, and you get something free.
Totally. Yeah, and I like that. Post it on your socials and hashtag the Colonel is the greatest ever.
Right, because I'm picturing this with like Ronald McDonald, all the McDonald's characters we could be collecting, Grimace, all of them, and do the same thing.
Vegan spam's like money. Where's Mission? Do you think Mission would eat vegan spam? I don't think he would.
I'm telling you, it would feel risky. It feels weird. Like, why am I
It
doing
still
this?
feels the only way they get the authenticness of it is to put like a rat hair in there. I feel like if they did that, but then
Just one
it wouldn't,
leg. Just one rogue leg. That's all you do.
well, then it wouldn't be vegan if you did it. By the way, I have to flex here because I just saw this here. Did you see my diamond that I found in Arkansas?
Oh, I heard about it.
Dude, look at this.
Wow.
It is, when I went, this was the biggest one found that day. It's 0.51 51 points. So it's just over a half carat.
Wow.
And it's crazy when you find the diamonds, obviously white. That's not the best look there, but man, that was my fourth time. I tried so hard to find a diamond and I found it. And the funniest thing, there was a guy there. I guess he had been there 15, 16 years ago. And he said he found like 430 diamonds in like a 18-month period. And he was there for 3 days with a probe, trying to go through the dirt, trying to find the gravel and all of this. And then I had talked to him for a long time, trying to get some ideas, up my game. And then the next day I just grabbed some surface dirt, kind of sifted through it. I found it. And I went to the front where they grade it and tell you if it's real. And they said it was real. So I ran to him. He was a little salty. He's like, this motherfucker's asking me questions. He has no damn clue what he's out there with his probe, just going through clay and that fucking idiot. And then he found the diamonds.
Day 2.
And we ended up looking on the website, like he was going to be there for 30 days. Like 15 days later, he found like a 17-point diamond. So mine was still better. Yeah, but definitely. What's up, OBL? Good to see you. How are you doing? How are you feeling? With all the stuff that happened with I don't want to open any wounds, but the London, it sounds like they might be making things right. So I hope you get a gold and silver logo for all the. Yeah.
Did they say they're trying to make it right? What are they doing differently?
If anyone wants to specifically knows, I think that David Yu's going to try to like make it there. Like it's not an official thing, but he's going to go there. And he said he will give every woman a kiss if they want one from Veve. Can you believe that? F.A. kiss.
Wow.
I don't know, but I think they're going to go there and do stuff kind of like they did in Vegas. Are you going to Vegas or are you just doing the New York because you're right there?
Just New York. As far as
I mean, like doing New York and living there, it's still $15,000 to go.
Yes, exactly.
I remember talking to you, what was it, like 2 years ago? You're like, it's like $100 just to get on the train one way. One effing way. And didn't Steph from Cryptoys, you got a ticket, right?
Yeah.
Man, where's that?
That was 2 years ago. Yeah.
Oh my Lord. When do we get to
this year though? I went on the train every day, back and forth.
Really?
And only to be back on the train within like 4 hours. So I would get home at like 3, and then I'm trying to get on certain lines to like get comics signed or something like that by like 9. So why am I even coming home? Because I have nowhere to stay from 12 a.m. when the party lets out till 7 a.m.
What about like those hourly hotels? I heard they're really clean. Especially
I don't know. I didn't
right
know
off of Broadway, like a little bit off of
for it.
Broadway. No,
I don't even know. I didn't have money.
Yeah, I wouldn't do that either.
All I knew was I just was holding a lot of stuff and walking, and I'm like, yo, all right, I'm ready to go home.
All right, there we go. Let's see. We've got I'm good on that. Okay, good. I'm glad everything is, well, I don't know if everything's fixed. It sounds like things are better. What did I ban? Wow, your band buddy soundboard. What happened?
Not sure.
What? I'm banned. I don't know.
You use a soundboard? I didn't know you use it.
Oh, I don't know. Not interested in the logo. Just the fam for me. All right. Well, that's good to know. So I am. So if you get it, if you want to give it to me, I will take it happily. Yeah, I'm just putting that out in the universe just in case. I hope you get one. I know that's not why you're doing it, but you know, why not? F.A. David U. Kiss. F.A. David U. halitosis too. So you get a little bit, you get 2 for 1 with that. I'm just kidding, David. Until you come on my show and talk to me.
I did get pretty close to David, you know, and he was good.
Yeah, you did. Well, you really had a good conversation with Dan, though, right?
Both. Well, you know, it's over the years. I mean, it's been 3 Comic-Cons, multiple parties, and you know, so yeah, over time.
That's
Yeah.
pretty good. That's better than me. I have dreams I have dreams about our conversations, like what I'm going to say. And it goes something like this. Hold on. I'm like, hey, what's up, David? Can I have a silver and gold logo? You think
Right.
that will work?
Right.
I think that's.
I don't know. That was me the first year, and it didn't go well. So
I feel like that's an automatic no. You're not going to get.
yeah, you also had like a kind of glazed look in your eye, like a killer. So we might work on that. This is a little shiny.
That doesn't work.
Yeah, it is a
damn
little intimidating, you know, even through the camera. But you might want to in person.
Like I
work
might
on-
want to improve it, like more like a puppy dog look. I'm gonna have to work on that. I'm an angry person, so
Hey,
it's
you
gonna
know,
be.
take a book out of my page, bro. Go with the glasses. Where's your glasses at, man?
There you
Abandon the
go.
glasses.
There you go. Anything to cover up more of my face is probably a good idea. What if I gave him a strawberry candy? This has been here for like 5 months. This so like in case I
Hey.
need something, I got this here. Would that get me a gold and
That
silver
might,
logo?
because to be honest, I'm a sucker for those, bro. I grew up, you know what I'm saying? So that might
You grew
work.
up with these
It's
too,
old,
with
but-
all the old people, right?
Yes,
This
the
is
old
shit
kid,
that
yeah.
you would get.
Yes.
This
That,
and chocolate mint chip.
Hey, a combo. You rattle around a mint and a butterscotch with that, and
Oh my
and
God,
do it like this, like your
butterscotch.
sunflower seeds or dice in your hand, and just be like, "What's up, David?" And then
It
just
just
flash
gave
it.
me
Son.
nightmares.
You want this scotch, baby? You got to play by the rules. You want the
Ooh.
mint?
I like right. You want the mint? Well,
Yep.
that could work. I mean,
Right.
if OBL's saying it could work, I mean, I feel like I could take that to the bank. Did I show you? Did you see that this is actually an original? You know how I know this is an original? Because of the barcode at the bottom. That's how I know this is can you believe it? I got a 9.8. These don't even exist, but I have one.
Right.
Why is it on the floor here? I had to move it. It was on my back table. I'm just looking for props.
I'm
just
surprised you don't have that on the. Well, okay. I'm just
What, back-
realizing. Yeah.
back here.
Yeah. What you doing, man?
I don't know. The whole
I
lighting
know.
thing here.
Yeah.
I got to work on that. I need to get like digital vibes. If somebody knows what the hell they're doing.
I know,
They
man.
come here. I took off. So I used to do the green screen,
Yes.
and it was so fuzzy. But I need to move away from the webcam. I could probably use my phone and get a really good picture. I just, how much do I want to spend? Like I was talking to Casual. I'm like, oh, I want to get a new mic. And I'm like, I've got this crappy one for $100, but like, there's no like in between level pretty much. It's like 100 or 600 plus, right? Because you got to get the Emoji was talking about it. What is it called? Like not a USB, but however you do a mic, and you have to use a soundboard and all that. So I really want to get it. I need to do that though. Let's see. He's saying Smarties is the poor boys. Whenever I got those for Halloween, I throw them at my parents because I'm like, this is crap. I don't want chalk with sugar.
I don't know why I like Smarties, man. It's the poor man's candy.
It is the poor. No, it's not. Sounds good enough, right?
No more food. Yay. Thank you.
Hey, right? Like I'm gonna be honest. I don't love the whole JFK stuff, but like this is genius. Like, why the hell do we color our sodas Pepsi Clear? I mean, it's already bad enough for you, so why not at least take out the dyes, right?
Let me tell you, bro. There's people in the Islamic community that are so strict with not consuming pork that I've known since the 80s, bro, since I was a kid, that yellow number 5 in particular was a derivative of dextrose, which is a byproduct from animal fat, which most likely would be pork because it's the cheapest to extract.
That's gross.
So we would always avoid any candies, anything that had yellow number 5. But even then, we found out like blue number 1, red's
gonna kill you, right?
Yeah, it was all it's all bad regardless. So
get
biggest bro no.
He knows what's up. Look, I've got
in that dish bowl.
Yes, exactly. The Cobra got me these because she knows I like them. I like them because I can only have so many.
Yes,
like chocolate, I could unlimited. There's no limit.
Yeah,
but these you hit a limit. You hit a limit with them.
That's true. That's true.
Definitely. Tucson loves food dye. I think it's the worst thing. Like it's why yeah, we don't have to get into the whole thing, but why poison ourselves? And I'm normally like, do whatever you want, but like if the stuff's literally poison,
Right.
or potentially we don't know 100% whatever, just get rid of it. It makes no sense. I don't need my stuff to look like what you're trying to make me think it looks like. Like, I don't care if the strawberry candy looks, if it looks red.
Right.
If it's clear and it tastes like strawberry, look, it's not a strawberry. It's not real, everyone. It's not real.
Exactly.
You're not
You know what's
tricking me.
interesting though with the whole thing is that back when I was a kid, the main thing that parents were fearful of as far as their kids being born with a defect, at that time the big thing was Down syndrome.
Yes.
Kids being born with Down. And now, you know, then I went through an era of hearing people with peanut allergies and allergic to all types of stuff that was like, what? And then came the era of autism. And now, if you really look around, you don't see that many people born with Down syndrome, but now you see a lot born with autism. So
they took care of a lot of the Down syndrome. A lot of it, at least from what I remember, was, you know, drinking alcohol, because a lot of people drink alcohol before they even knew they were pregnant, right? So there was problems with it. I think people became aware of it more. And then yes, autism, you know, one of my good friends, he's no longer with us anymore, unfortunately. He died 20 years ago. He was autistic. My brother has Asperger's. They don't say that anymore. They say on the spectrum or whatever.
Right.
You know, whatever, it doesn't matter what you call it, but yeah, I do believe there's more diagnosis of it. So of course that increases it. It's trying to find like what causes it. I know a lot of people think vaccines. I've talked about this. I don't believe that, but you know, you're not going to change people's minds. That's fine. But yes, it is definitely prevalent, and it's worth researching to figure it all out. So, and Tucson says autism. It's only good if you're Elon Musk. I feel like that's the only one, right? If you have it, then you know.
Yeah, it's not too good working out for my cousin. My nephew,
my brother has struggled. I guess he'd be considered kind of high functioning, but like he has a hard time keeping a job. And
that's what my nephew's going through. So like he's so young, they had to kind of put him in programs while he was even in high school that would prep him for getting a job and things like that, or even living on your own, you know. So
exactly,
you know, his issue is that he's kind of like not in denial with it, but basically he struggles with taking his meds and understanding like just because you're off your meds and then you have a string of a couple of good weeks.
Yes, exactly.
You are now subjecting to going to a high level of a seizure, like to where you may not come out of it. So when he's left on his own, because he's an adult now, he lives in a whole nother state than my sister, and he's trying to be on his own and independent, but yet, you know, so
so my friend, because I think it was in Orlando, they had a village or whatever of kids who had autism, and they would have their own apartments, they'd have their own jobs, so they were somewhat high functioning. But they had people there to help them if they freaked out, if they needed help with anything. So it was a really nice community. And I had lost touch with him a little bit. And when I found out, like when he dies, when I basically found out, and you know, I went to his funeral and I found out all this stuff. Like he did all this. He always wanted to install alarms. Like I remember as a kid, he installed an alarm in my room. That's all he wanted to do. And I never thought he'd actually be able to do it. And he did it. Like he literally went to people's houses and installed alarms. He was you know, people with autism are not stupid.
No,
they can be very smart,
hyper focused on their purpose. Like
exactly. And I think that place really helped him. Where my brother, he's married, he has kids. He's in Brooklyn. I think it's harder in New York, especially like Brooklyn or a place like that, to do as well as where maybe in Orlando, where you have, you know, more space and it's not as crazy to thrive. It's hard. So but yeah, they definitely need to research it more and really figure out what's going on. Kryptoni's saying, I guess I'm eligible. Do you have a cabbage or no?
Oh yeah, I got a couple. I left my picture under the thread. I was right there.
Okay, you did. Because he said, and by anyone listening who doesn't have one, he's going to give away one I'll be on Saturday. He said my next stream. So I'll be on Saturday and he's going to give away one. Well, not give away one. He's going to sell one for cheap.
Wow.
I don't know. so yeah, you might want to tune in that day if you don't have one, or if you have one. I obviously won't be going for it, but definitely more stuff to come with the Cabbage Club.
Yeah,
It's too bad. I wish you were coming to Vegas. I could make it to New York. It's not going to happen this year. I got too much stuff going on, but I really do. I'm not going to do San Diego. That's just too much. Like too much money and too much. But Vegas is easy and New York's easy. I've got family there, so that's an easier trip.
Yeah.
Although I wish they'd come to the Midwest, but knowing where they're at right now, I don't see them doing it. But who knows? If they pop, maybe they're going to be in more places.
Right, a nice like Chicago Expo type of, that would be a decent Midwest place.
Yeah, totally. Yeah, Chicago would be perfect. Chicago or Indianapolis or St. Louis. It's great.
Definitely yeah.
You got to do St. Louis because on the way to the convention center, you might get shot. So I mean, it's right. Exciting stuff, right?
Yeah, you might want to helicopter in.
Yeah, right. Just drop you, just like parachute in. All right, so he's thinking about putting 2 in the market for $1 on our next day. All right, so that you heard it here. I might have to like market that. Plus the Veve giveaway. It's going to be amazing. You mean I'm finally going to meet BE? Let's go. I mean, you say that now, but I'm a real asshole, so I don't know. So you're not going to really want to meet me. Yes, I know you're going to be in Vegas. Vegas is really a good place. Like it's expensive, but it's not San Diego, New York expensive, right?
I mean, listen, man, the fam at one point, they were the ones responsible for getting Doc to the con, man. So, I mean, I might have to put something together and see if the fan want to get Doc to Vegas, man.
We'll see, that would be kind of cool.
I mean, we could cut corners if we work together. You know what I'm saying? Arcade got the crib. Arcade knows me. That's like my brother, you know what I'm saying? And if he let my brother Osmond stay there,
that's true.
Like, he might look out for you, boy.
More than half the battle right there. And
that's
tickets. I guarantee you tickets from New York to Vegas probably aren't as crazy expensive.
It's not. It's not, bro. They got Frontier. They're like the cheap Johns of the, you know what I'm saying?
Oh, I went Frontier before they put me in the wheel well. I barely made it, but like I made it.
Me too. I was in the back by the bathroom, son. Like I caught the flight though. You know what I'm saying? It was like $50 or something. Like they charge you to breathe.
Yes, they charge you for the oxygen. Yeah. You want to breathe. Oh, you got to go to the bathroom. Right. That's $5. Yeah, Frontier. I'll tell you what. I was living large because I now have custody of my son, but I'd go to Florida every month, and I did Frontier, and I did so much that I got their elite status. So getting elite status
with the 60,000 points or whatever.
It was crazy. Well, actually, no, I got they had a light version that was 20,000 points. Okay, it was still good because you could get. Day before you could upgrade to those front seats.
Yeah,
you got a carry on. That was a big thing.
Right.
And then I had my dog. I take my dog with me, and my dog was not a therapy dog.
Yes.
Not like, so I didn't have to pay for the dog, and she got to be in my lap. So like it was, I was living at large on Frontier.
Wow.
It still was literally the worst airline.
You was in first class and still ain't get no damn peanuts. Ain't that?
Yeah, right. You don't get it. It's like Frontier. Like I'm not a tall guy. So if you're any taller than me, it's no good. I'm like 5'10". If you're taller than me, it's horrible. But it's like, if you're not very tall, like the biggest bro, no, he could not do Frontier.
They have him in the aisle because you got to balance all that out. Yeah, sit your ass in the aisle here.
He could not do it, even in the exit row where that's where all the tall people have to go, is in the exit row, because that has a lot of space.
Yeah.
But I don't want to be responsible for saving people, because I'm going to be like, if the thing's crashing, I'm out. Like you do your thing and I do mine. I'm not helping people in the exit row. The floor is double now on the Moonfly. Oh crap! Did my thing sell? Uh-oh. Wait, I think I delisted it.
Hold on, let me go.
Do you ever do that when you like post something and you forget about it and you're like, did you delist it?
Yes.
Oh no. Oh crap.
I haven't had stuff listed in a while though. I have a couple of little comics here and there, but nothing.
I'm always so worried that I'm going to forget about something. Like I'll do like crazy stuff, like put something up for like 20,000, like I know it's not going to sell, but oh yeah. So here's my Romulan Warbird. I've got that up for 199. That ain't selling. I just put unrealistic prices just in case. just in case like somebody big decides to like Veve. That's all we need. That's crazy on that. That's the Never Fly Discount Airlines. I do Spirit. I buy the big chair. LOL. Yeah. What was the airline? Allegiant. Okay, so Allegiant. This is very important. Everyone, do not fly Allegiant.
Okay.
Do you remember?
They were looking crazy. Yo, they in the airport. They was. I just came back from Florida. I just flew out to Miami.
Oh, okay.
And I've seen a Legion in the airport, and they was asking for weird stuff. They wanted people to check in like 3 hours beforehand and all this weird stuff.
I do like 45 minutes. It's so cheap. I'll just buy another ticket. I'm not gonna camp out there. No, so Allegiant, because you lived in Florida for a while. We lived near each other, right? You were kind of like outskirts of Tampa, right?
Yeah, I was in Wesley Chapel.
You were in Wesley Chapel? Oh, yeah. Okay. So I was Sefner. Okay. Yeah, I told you I was right by the amazing Confederate flag there. That big. We talked.
Yo, that big was right off the highway.
Yeah. Right. Yeah. Oh, I was like in my head every time I passed it. I'm like, okay, so if I have an arrow with a flame on it, how much like strength do I need to hit that damn thing? Because that must have been like $100,000. Like it pissed me off because I had to see it every day. Okay, but before we get back into that, Allegiant, do you remember that Jet Air, not JetBlue? It was some airline Southwest? No, it's not even anything anymore. It blew up over the Everglades because they had like an oxygen tank in the airplane that blew up.
Yes,
the CEO of that runs, or at least the 2020 video I saw was running Allegiant Air, and the pilots from there said they were scared to cancel flights if there was something wrong on the airplane. And okay, that's it. And because I flew them once because it was cheap, I had to go to Illinois. They have a small airport out of there to go to Florida into Clearwater Beach, Clearwater St. Pete Airport. And I saw that video. I'm like, that, because that was a big mistake when that plane blew up, everyone died. And I'm like, if they're telling pilots to be scared to like cancel flights, I'm like, not going to do that.
That's crazy.
No way. Hawaiian Airlines, let's see, is my go-to. Crews usually from Hawaii, and they're all nice. Okay, of course you're going to say that too. Actually, Alaska is a really good airline, and they'll do. I took them for a cruise when we went to
when you went,
for the honeymoon. We took Alaska, and very good airline. I'm trying to think. They'll like match, like it doesn't matter.
Right next to Allegiant in the airport I was in.
Oh, really? Yeah, no, like that's like night and day. Like one you die, one you live, and it's comfortable, right?
When you die, the other you get actual meal on the jet. You get a meal.
Oh, I didn't know that these two merged. We used to have Ozark Airlines here in the Midwest, and we take it to go to Chicago. You take Chicago, Kansas City. They went some other places. Great airline. It was really, but of course that got all, lost in the late 80s. It shut down. There used to be the TWA, them leaving St. Louis. This was their hub. Like a lot of people don't know TWA. St. Louis was their hub. And so anywhere you went, like we'd sometimes get those double deckers to go to Chicago, or we get the double deck, and so you could get like my dad flew a lot, so he always upgraded first class and threw us in the toilet. But we would get like the really good airplanes in St. Louis, and then they spent about $1 billion on another runway, and then TWA went out of business. Literally, that runway's just standing there doing nothing for 25 years.
That's crazy.
Totally screwed up St. Louis.
I was honestly surprised at how new the Frontier planes were. They were very new, and
they're not bad.
They had the lighting on the sides. And
did you just go on like recently? Because they literally just upgraded them all.
Bro, I just got back like 2 days ago. I've been in Florida for like a week, and nobody knows.
Okay.
Pushing,
Yeah, like 3 years ago, they upgraded them all. A380s or something. I don't know. I think that's what they are. Okay. They're really nice. I mean, they're not bad. The problem is the seats suck.
Yeah.
If you're fat or tall, it doesn't work.
Right.
It really doesn't.
Right.
And even when I was upgrading to the front, like the first front 3 rows, they lean back Woo! Thank you, Frontier, for
Right.
giving me this luxurious experience.
Hilarious.
Tucson saying Florida makes me sick. Yeah, TWA was a big deal back in the day. Same with Pan Am. Of course, they kind of went out after the Lockerbie crash. That was the there were so many big airlines that went out. And is that Lee Iacocca who screwed over TWA? I think I don't know. Somebody came in and they just American bought it and then they just sold all the assets and that was it. Pan Am.
Damn,
I'd love to get TWA. You know how easily they could come back and make a comeback in this market?
Yeah, in this market right now, that recognizable branding too. Like
I'd buy it. I would buy it. I couldn't afford it, I'm sure, but somebody has the. I don't know if Americans sold the rights off or if they still have it.
Right.
It would be nice. It would be definitely something worth having. Hold on one second. What time is it? Holy cow! When did that thing start at 2:00? I've been going for 2.5 hours.
Yeah, you've been going.
Let's figure out a day.
I need to do streams like this. I gotta, get my hours up.
I know getting your hours up and getting the like I'm on that last leg. It's definitely hard. I mean, I'm lucky that there's been at least enough people to make it worth it, but it's hard. Like if you get down to, when I started at like, 9 people. I think we got up to like 29. It definitely could be, it's just like every hour counts. But then you saw the fiasco that I had where they shut my account down because they wouldn't take my ID. And it's just stuff like that. At any moment, I read horror stories all the time. And, did you use a copyrighted thing? Do you have something that they didn't care about the copyright, but they come back 2 years later and they copyright everything at one time and 3 strikes and you're out, right? You'll never have an account again. So that's kind of scary playing this YouTube game. But yeah, like getting hours in, I just want to be done. I just want to be done with it. Like I know the funny thing is I'm going to make no money off of it, right? Like I'll make like 50 cents a live stream. It's like you think like you're going to make all this money and it doesn't work that way.
It's not, yeah. And that's why even huge live streamers and YouTubers with all the subs, they still have all this other stuff going on.
Oh, for sure.
Patreons or Discords or memberships and merch, and you gotta do your grift, right? You got to do all those like but don't forget you're paid by Veve.
Yes, I'm paid very well. You can tell by what I'm wearing.
Right.
Yeah, they definitely help my opinion. I mean, it's so funny because I know you or me or O'Malley or whoever, if something's wrong, we'll say it. Now, maybe we sugarcoat it. I was talking to the biggest bro a little while ago, sometimes I will sugarcoat things because I don't want to attack people and there's a right way and wrong way to do it. I don't think there's anything wrong with that, but yeah, definitely they're not paying me. Look, that guy was a fudder. He's friends with Nodes, who's a fudder. I don't like fudders don't bother me, but yeah, that was kind of ridiculous. If you're still angry after 2 years, like he probably made a ton of money, right? And he's like, damn it, I didn't cash out when I had 200,000. I made 50, but I could have made 250.
Right.
Too effing bad. Like my account at its best wasn't that great, but it was worth like $65,000. It's worth, I think it says, let me check here. I think 6 and 2. And now, of course, I've got special mints and stuff, but I could tell you, even with my special mints, I'd have a hard time doing it.
Yeah.
Getting that money. Where's the, I'm not looking at my collection, but yeah. So yeah, I'm just looking here. I think it goes up and down.
Yep.
High fives. Yeah. 6,000. And then the comics are at 2,000. Mm-hmm. So what is up, Larry Pig? What? How does Larry come clean to me? How does he get to interview all these famous people?
Right. That's a great question. That's what I want to know.
What
is your email? What does your email pitch look like? What is your
like
what is going on?
He must know people.
You got to know people that know people on top of that.
Yes. I mean, I know people that know people, but those people that know people don't like me. So it doesn't do me any good. They have to like, that's the caveat right there. You got to have the people.
First bridge got to still work. Yeah. The best thing I could think of is, there's a perpetual motion with it all too, to where it's like once you secure one person at a certain level, right, and you're able to show that consistently, this is what you do. Like for me, I could try to ask somebody from outside the space to give me an interview, So the first thing they might do is check out my channel, right? And then they're
Totally.
gonna see that I make content and I'm active, but they're gonna be like, where the hell is the interviews? Has he ever interviewed anyone
Right.
before? I don't want to be the first one. So
Yeah,
that's why,
that's true
like,
too.
because I had this problem with this is how I even became a person with a freaking channel in this space is because I was a co-host on someone else's channel that was just starting off. They started off during COVID. They were one of those people that just turned their camera phone on and their video was called going back to my parents' house to get my comics. And this was when comics and
That's kind
sports
of
bras
cool
were
though.
going right. So it was literally him filming himself like with a broomstick trying to push up on the upper attic thing, and then he would go up there with a flashlight and you could see the box way back there in the attic, and he's like, guys, I'm not ready for this. I'm coming back in 2 days. And then he'll go back in 2 days and drag it out, and then it became a thing where he actually started a real channel. It was called Big Flip Collectibles, still around.
That's actually a really good idea.
Yeah, and I just became friends with him just through the chat, and like I was always just a supporter of all the YouTubers out here, whether it's VV, whatever. There's hip hop based YouTubers. There's all these people out here, so I just always supported content creators in general. And then
Right.
that morphed into me getting to know Crypto Pro, and then I was in his Telegram group, and he was making videos. You know what I'm saying? And between both of them, now I became a co-host on the other guy's show, but the thing was like I knew a lot of people in the community and he did too. But when
Right.
it came down to coming on his show, a lot of people would be like, yeah, I'm down. And then he'd be like, all right, when do you want to do it? And then they just would never reply.
Oh, you're kidding.
So yeah, so I told him like, yo, I could get people on the show, bro. I'm sure. So I started sending out a couple of feelers here and there, and that's why like when it comes to certain people like Superstar Money, they'll tell you like I was their first appearance. You know what I'm saying? Like our show was the first time anyone seen Superstar Money. Our show was the first time anyone saw Dino. Dino didn't even have a name. He was calling himself something Padawan or Padawan something. It was
Oh,
like
was he
something.
really? God, that was
Yeah,
before.
it was something
Yeah.
after someone else's name, and then on our stream, he was like, "I guess I should just use my real name, right?" And he literally changed it to Dino right on the screen.
I like
So
Dino's
we
a
were
good guy.
super early, in terms of that and interviewing a lot of people. But the main reason why I was able to secure it for him was just my experience in other things, But
Yeah, like they knew you had done it because you're.
no,
And
it's
by
not
the
that.
way,
It's not that, bro. I'm gonna get to it right now. This is
yeah,
what
yeah,
this is what made the domino fall.
yeah. Mm-hmm.
A lot of people said yes, right? And it was kind of like, oh, let me see my schedule for this week, blah, blah, blah. But the one person I tapped the shoulder on that I knew would come on and was active and could come on immediately was Crypto Pro. And I was in his Telegram group and he was cool with my other boy, Jose or Joe. So once he came on in that same week and we did it, everybody else was just like, oh, I'll do it. And I was telling my boy, I said, it's just because you haven't done it yet. Nobody wants to be first.
Right, of
Being that
course.
Crypto Pro wanted to kind of be first just to support, it all just fell in
And then
line.
went from, but you did. You, and by the way, Vivi, good to see you. May the force be
Yes.
with you. That's true. Wait, is today? What's today? Third? Are
Nah,
we?
it's
Am I streaming
24.
against O'Malley? Is he on yet? Is this? No, it's not until 5. I
Yeah,
think we'll go a few more
I'll check
minutes
it.
here.
Hold on, I got you.
Yeah. Good to see you, Vivi. Yeah, but like even your like interview, like I remember you on your like interviewing at the con. This is what 2.5, 3 years
Right.
ago. I don't know. I'm like, it's pretty good stuff. Like you actually, I mean, that should be. I mean, you should probably be at all these events. I know it's expensive, but like that
Yes.
was like you're kind of did a really good job of that. So
Right.
it's not that you can't do it. It's definitely hard. I mean, look, I can't. I haven't had David you on. Obviously, I'm getting Dan on. The David, I was going to try something. I want to do a big Star Wars stream, but after all that stuff with YouTube, I kind of
I
like
know.
I
You gotta
lost my,
recalibrate now.
I
Yeah,
got to
you gotta recharge.
recalibrate, and it sucks because I was like, between all the interviews, I figured, oh, I'll hit my 4,000. I still might, but like if I do stuff like this every day, I probably
yeah.
would. But
Yeah.
you're right. It's hard. I mean, I got lucky when we did the Cryptoys, because you're Cryptoys ambassador too. I got very lucky with that because when I first started, I didn't have many followers. The channel that has 175,000 now, it had 770
I
when
remember.
I went to go ask Cryptoys,
I remember.
hey, can I do this? And of course I was with Mo.
Yeah.
And then it was I don't know, a month and a half later, that's when stuff started to blow up. Then it was like 10,000. Then I hit 12. Then I hit 15, and then eventually I hit 100. But like it blew up. So that those vanity BS bullshit numbers definitely helped. But Mo taught me a lot. He was good at the interviews and everything, and I just picked it up fairly quickly. So that helped getting like that interview with Will and all the guys over there.
Right.
But you know how to, like, I've seen you do it. It's
Yeah.
You do a good job. So like,
Yeah, I've had
definitely-
Will on, I've had Fro on, I've had True Tech on, I've had God, you know, then just the general live streams we've been on together. You know, I had the birthday bash thing, so I think I had over like freaking 15 people on at once.
yeah, you had a lot. You definitely, definitely did.
You know, I interviewed Reggie Collects. I'm probably gonna collaborate with him on something in the near future too. Trying to, you know, see what's up with Swagger House as well. Just trying to bleed over
That's what you need is like
these communities. Yeah.
Yeah, I try to get something with him. I was going to try to talk to Sleeping Comics. He could probably bridge that for you. There's a lot of stuff that I've wanted to do. I just don't like. I've done the interviews and they're great, but most of my stuff is just the drops. I'm just kind of like, I hate taking. I've had serious stuff in my life. I just don't like serious stuff. That takes work. Interviews take work, and I like to just be stupid and do the stupid stuff I do. And if people like it, they do great. If not, whatever. I'm having fun.
Right.
You know, doing interviews and stuff is it can be very serious. There's work involved. You know, researching the person, figuring out the good questions and stuff like that.
It's
So
already been covered, especially if they're making rounds.
Oh my Lord. I was talking to Maines. I'm like, you fucked me. You fucked me.
Right before you got on.
Right.
You're sitting there listening to it, just sitting there scratching off.
Right,
shit
exactly.
Like, you mother.
Question gone. I literally, all right, what do you like? Vegemite or Marmite? Dan?
Right.
It's like,
That's all you're left with.
That's all I'm left with. And I even asked, I'm like, hey, can I switch my questions up? Because I know that Maines is going to screw me. Hey, but obviously joking, right? Like, but he's he did. Yeah, go ahead.
Big announcement.
Oh, let's hear it.
Tomorrow. I think it's tomorrow. I don't know if you could. I might have to check. I'm on Twitter my damn self. I'll check. I think Tales from the Crypt. Tales from the Rizzo. I'm about to say Tales from the Crypt. Tales from the Rizzo is releasing the new
video,
the new Batman thing. You know, the movie.
The second part, right?
Yeah,
dude, amazing. Why can't I do that,
bro? That's
why can't AI? Oh, by the way, this is, and anyone who's out there who's doing content creation or whatever, check out. This is true, Doctor. This first thing I found that you can use the stuff for commercial purposes. Check out Runway AI. AI. And I mean, unless the rules change, you can make not very much. You get like 125 credits. You can do 5-second or 10-second videos, but like you can make videos out of a picture. So I go to like ChatGPT, I have them make me a picture, and then you can use it and you can monetize it. Now I'm not worried about monetization. It's more about the copyright stuff. Did you see my little video this morning for the stupid show, The Blow Me?
No.
Okay, I'm going to play this real quick. This is only to toot my horn. No, but look at when the girl starts blowing on the cartridge, the second scene. That's Runway AI. I took it from a photo. So I'm going to play this. It's only 21 seconds, but like it is so cool. Even Tucson knows how cool it is. All right, here we go.
Blow me. Wow. Back to the days of neon and tubes, cassette dreams and joystick moves. If you don't know, you're too damn new. It's time to blow me, dude. Blow.
That was so,
yeah, so that second scene, like I put up the picture on my on the tweet that I did yesterday, and I know she's blowing on the wrong part on the cartridge or whatever, but like that's a game changer though for us, like for creators, because like I could think of something like dramatic and even better than that and make a picture of it and then make it come to life. Like it's possible it doesn't work, but we're going to get to the point. Brock was telling me we're getting to the point where those AI programs that are like crazy costs, where it's going to be free. And we're so close to that. We're
already kind of there because all you have is a bunch of other ones that are
that's right. They undercut them
from their model anyway.
Exactly. And that's that's what happened with that's what's happening. So Runway AI, you got the free stuff that you can use for commercial purposes,
Yeah.
and then like you can get 2,250 credit for I think $35,
Yeah.
which is it's not
You,
cheap, but
I hope you're an affiliate.
for
Runway for all this
yeah, I'm
shit you're
not.
saying right now. You
I'm
better
not.
have a goddamn link in your description for that.
It's pretty cool though. I will
Because
say,
you're
look at
preaching to
this.
the choir. I've been using Runway Cling. I've been using all that for 2
Yeah,
years now, bro.
definitely. Well, I've been using
Grown a lot.
stuff, but the problem is finding the stuff that I could use commercially, and even some of the paid stuff you can't use for commercial
Mhm,
purposes.
mhm.
This allowed you, and when they came out with that newer model, I'm like, oh, this is amazing. This is what you should do, Doc.
I
You
had
should
that
make
idea already. It takes funding, so whoever wants to sponsor the channel, let me know.
It's a strange world of 1 hour stream with someone going to the comic stores
Yep.
trying to convince them to accept digitals.
Yeah.
That's
See,
kind of
my idea was not to try to get them to accept it, but it was just to show the different conversations and reactions. Because the way I converse with somebody is totally different than I noticed the way the majority of people were going about it. You know what I'm
right.
saying? As far as talking to people in comic book stores. So, um,
Well,
I
and you've been
actually
doing
was
it for a
gonna.
while.
I think I'm gonna still tweet it, but I'm gonna show people an example of like while that VV stream was going on,
Right.
I onboarded a stranger while sitting in my house. So I'll explain
Nice.
how that happened. So I
That's
recently decided I'm gonna start taking advantage of my Whatnot seller approved account and start selling on Whatnot. So I
Right.
realized I need to invest in a thermal printer. So I go on Macari, which is my favorite site. That's where my store is that a lot of people don't know about.
Yeah, no, I've heard,
You
I've
know
seen
about it. Yeah, you know about it. So I found a guy on there where like all he was selling, he had picture after picture after picture of the same thermal printer. And it was like super cheap. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So I'm hitting this guy up, DMs. I'm like, yo, why is this so cheap? Blah, blah, blah. I'm reading his reviews. He's getting great raves on reviews. Like, yeah, I got the printer. I couldn't even get it to work. But Kurt, he literally gave me like free tech support. He made sure like got it
It was
working.
all
So I
good.
felt confident that it was a good product. He was selling. So I'm talking to the guy and he's like, yeah, man. He's like, I went in and bought a pallet of these things like a year ago. And
Oh wow.
he's like, yeah, he bought them for like $1 a piece.
Of course,
That's how
of
cheap
course.
it
That's
was.
how that works, though. You get like an Amazon pallet where you have no
Yes.
clue what you're getting. And
Yes.
it's $700-800 or whatever it is, and yeah.
Yeah. So he's literally just getting rid of these thermal printers. So what happens is I'm pretty, I'm all right. I'm pretty tech savvy with hooking stuff up and whatever, but I literally couldn't get the drivers to communicate. And he kept putting it out there like, yo, just hit me up if you need any help, blah, blah, blah.
Okay, that's cool.
So I ended up doing that. And then we set up a Google meeting like pretty much right before the BB stream, coincidentally. And we were going through it. And then we were just talking on a just personal level and also troubleshooting in between and all of that. So, he ended up really going above and beyond, you know what I'm saying? And I almost felt like, damn, I have no way to really repay this guy because the sale's over. I don't know what.
Right, you already.
Yeah. So I'm like, yo, are you like a fan of any fandoms or whatever? So I'm started going to that because I'm like, yo, all I got is an affiliate code I can give him and get some stuff on the VV app for free, I guess. So we're talking about it, and he's like, nah, I'm not really into the whole fandoms thing. And then for some reason, he's like, I have all this stuff sitting in my house. We're reselling stuff, and me and my mate, we actually need a bigger apartment now. Da-da-da. And I'm like, no. I'm like, I don't know if you understood what I meant. I'm just saying like Marvel, DC. And he's like, oh, I thought you meant like physical collectibles. And I'm like, no, I mean actually opposite, like those brands, but digitally, represented.
You don't have to be a hoarder, or you can be a hoarder on VV server, right?
And not take up any space.
Right. So it's a huge point.
We're talking about it and we're on the actual phone. And then he's like, he kind of cuts me off and he's like, so, because he was on like a lunch break trying to help me. And now we're like getting towards the end of his lunch break. So he's kind of like, so are you trying to sell me on something? Or I'm just trying to get the photo, like what you
I'm like trying to give you something for free.
Right. So I'm like, no, I'm not really trying to. I said, only thing I could tell you is in the past, I would have had this same conversation with someone else that helped me out. I said, but the difference in the past was I would have put them onto this app that I like and these collectibles that I like. But for them to experience it fully, they would have had to spend money to actually have it and see it.
That's hard. That's hard to do. that's
hard
why
to do.
Veve doing this was amazing.
Right. And
honestly.
I still would convert people, bro. Like, not even trying. I'm
No,
not even,
absolutely. I
wasn't
believe it,
trying.
but this makes it easy, right?
Yeah.
This makes it easy, which
So
is what
what's
you want.
funny is he sends me a text after like we get the printer working and all of that, right? And I took a screenshot of it. I'm actually gonna. I was thinking about tweeting it out because it says,
You might as well, yeah.
yeah, it says thanks for. It's two different texts. So the first text is him laughing. It says thanks for buying a printer! Exclamation point. And then the next test says and selling me on Veve laughing.
Not yeah, you got to put that out there. Like put it special, like this is how you do it. Maybe even explain a little bit because I think that's where it's going to go. And by the way, I'm gonna have to get going here like in a minute because I got to go pick up my son.
Oh yeah.
That's the only
That's all.
problem I have with having him there. I got to deal with the sports stuff, but it's cool because then he's having fun. But yeah, like that's a really good story, and this is why I hope Veve will consider even letting people who aren't like us, the affiliates, giving just the regular user the ability to do this because that freebie it makes it so easy. It really, you've been in sales, I've been in sales. There's cold calls and there's like it's done, right? Like, and even it's still
layup,
hard.
Yeah,
but that $10 makes it so easy. It's harder for somebody to risk. It's still hard to get people to do stuff these days, but that really takes down a big wall. And so good. I'm glad you did that, man. That's awesome that you were able to get somebody on there. And I hopefully they'll let more people on. But yeah, I totally forgot. He's usually done at 5, so I thought I had a little bit more time. But hey, I really appreciate it. Just stay in contact. We'll get you. We'll figure out a way, maybe get you to Vegas or whatever. But yeah, good having you on here. Great conversation. Put that tweet out. Maybe tag me because I want to see that. I think that's a really cool thing. Everyone here, thank you for coming by. Don't forget, I'll be back on Saturday for the drop. Then I might do Sunday. I got to talk to Emoji about that, but we're definitely doing Saturday. And Kryptoni is going to be giving away, I think, at least one or for $1 or whatever of the Moonflowers, which is part of the Cabbage
Club. Out there. He said he got 2.
He said 2.
Is he coming on the stream? Is it like FA Kryptoni?
No, he won't do that. He won't do that. Anytime I've DM'd him about it, I never hear back from him for months. Man, so
he knows when it comes to the FA, your boy better get that FA appearance, man. Come on now.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. That's fair. I know there's so many FAs I want that I'm not going to get, but that's okay. You'll get it. You'll get it. New Tactics, thank you for coming here, and Dr. 2. I'm going to just head out, so I'll probably just end it and go. But everyone, thank you for joining me. See you Saturday. Let's get this fucking Star Wars month, man. I'm excited. Yeah. All right, cool, man. I'm out, everyone. Have a good. Oh, I got to end it, but have a great day. I'm out now.